Ladies and gentlemen, it is 6:30 on this beautiful Thursday afternoon or nighttime, I guess you could say on the East Coast. To everyone on the VOD and the future watching, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And to all of you who are tuning in or have been waiting, I hope your day has been amazing as well. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we find out some big news. We got the deep dives, we got the opening drives for college football and Madden. We'll talk a little bit about the Madden one as well, but the main focus here tonight is for college football 27. Now, as everybody starts flooding into the chat, we got about 30 minutes until it starts. I always make sure to do these early so that way we can get the people on the chat ahead of time. But I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe if you haven't already. Vote on the little poll that I got in the chat as well. I want to see what you guys think about that. But for the next 30 minutes, I can answer some questions, talk about any college football topics you want to talk about. Let's get into my favorite part of the stream right here, shouting you guys out. We got some goats in here. We got LSU for Dragon. We got Dragon Storm. What's up, man? We got the OG Mod Doge Cheese. Shout out to him. We got I Smoke Alone. What's up, man? Let's see who else is in the chat. We got Harkin. What's up, man? We got Zach, my favorite South Carolina fan. We got Cameron. What's up, man? We got TJ Black. What's up? Dan Brewster, another one of the OGs. What a goat right there. You're all goats in my opinion. Man, I'm really excited for this. This is a huge day. You know, this is one of my favorite live streams, if not the number one live stream I love to do every single year, the last 3 years that these games have been coming out. And I even tried to do my best to do some last year, you know, the 25 ones with the deep dives. They did feel a little repetitive in the live streams because they were doing it so often. So it's like I'm very glad that they're putting all of it together into one live stream. And we'll see some Madden stuff tonight. I know we'll see Dynasty, Road to Glory. I think they are doing blogs and deep dives on the websites like they did the last few years. We'll be going into those and reading those. I don't care how many pages it is. I'm reading the whole damn thing. That's one of my favorite parts of doing these streams every year is reading the deep dive blogs. Of course, we'll see some gameplay stuff on the live stream tonight. We'll see some new features for Dynasty and Road to Glory. We'll see some stuff about Mascot Mashup. And, you know, maybe we'll hear some stuff about things we don't even know yet, which I'm pretty damn sure of. We'll see some... we'll hear about what the Dynasty Blueprint situation is going to be. I'm sure we'll find out some more stuff about the MVP Plus subscription that everybody's been asking about. Well, let's go back to the chat. We got Jimmy. We got Clutch. Mess Does. That's another OG right there. What's up, man? Got Jake Hamilton. Hopefully they show some Bison gameplay too. I hope so, man. How you feeling? What do you expect? I'm expecting a lot. I know a little bit. Trasher found out some info, but I can't say or show anything. But if you're on Twitter, then you've seen some stuff. But I will say there is leaked gameplay of like the beta with the watermarks on it at their big convention thing that they held. I've seen what the gameplay menu for like when you choose teams looks like. It looks really slick, but I can't show it on the stream. But I can tell you that you can look it up and find it yourself pretty easily on Twitter because EA doesn't like it when you show beta footage, which is understandable. And let's see. I saw it was like the same score bug for the beta. I'm sure it's going to be completely different for the actual game itself when it comes out. But the beta, I think, has a very similar, if not the same, score bug. Let's go back to the chat, though. You see the tush push is getting added to Madden. I did see the screenshots about it all. Really excited to see that because, you know, we had the QB sneak, but it was never like a tush push. It was just like the quarterback just punching it for half a yard or maybe a yard or two. We need the tush push. You know, that's one of the mottos of the channel. You know what they say about the tush push. It works 99% of the time, 100% of the time. What's up, V-Dub, another one of the OGs? Leo says, is ABC and ESPN sponsoring the game? I don't think so. You know, they haven't done it the last 2 years. We haven't seen an ESPN-sponsored sports game since NCAA 14. And, they did hire Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit to do the commentary the last 2 years, but they never officially got the ESPN rights to the packages and presentation and the name and the logo. I highly doubt we're going to get any actual. I mean, I would love to see that. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's just a little wishful thinking right now. I highly doubt we'll see like any real life brands. If anything, maybe ESPN, maybe, but I highly doubt that we're going to see any real life like news broadcasting companies for sports like ESPN and ABC. What's up, Greg? He says, "Let's go Trasher." Let's go, Greg, and let's go college football. Doge Cheese. Just answering questions. Shout out to Doge Cheese, by the way, the OG mod. Told my wife I won't be available for about 2 hours tonight. That's awesome. I told everyone I know I'm not going to be free until later tonight because like I'm so excited for this. Like I said when I started, this is my favorite live stream to do every single season. And it sounds like I've been doing it longer than just 3, but this is the 3rd year. And you know what they say, the 3rd time's the charm. But, the first one actually did the most views. I think the first one we peaked at like 1,300 people and then brought in like 18,000 total with live and VOD views. Highly doubt this live stream is going to do just as good for us, but I'm hoping we still get some good numbers. So make sure you send the live stream to your friends as well. I know Zach said he was going to get some of his friends to subscribe. I appreciate that. Like this channel, I'm wanting to make it the biggest channel that we can get it to. And I'm not saying like I'm trying to rival someone like Eric Rayweather, who is a great dude, but like I want this channel to be up amongst the ranks. I mean, we're getting close. Not the Expert recommended us and Tubby Light. Shout out to Tubby Light, by the way. If you haven't heard of him, go subscribe to his channel and follow his Instagram. He's a great friend of the channel. He actually checked up on me while I was gone for the year plus that I was gone. Really good dude. Let's see, who else do we have in the chat? We got Justin. What's up, Justin? Why is LSU's trailers all the way in college football games? Are you talking about the screenshots? So the screenshots that I saw, there was 5 released on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure I can show them, but it's in the YouTube community tab and posts if you guys haven't seen it. I'm not wanting to show anything until this live stream starts, just to avoid copyright issues and all sorts of that things. Go in for 30 minutes and then talking about it and showing it, I feel like is a lot easier than just jumping right into it, especially building up the audience as well. But in the screenshots, Lane Kiffin was shown on the LSU sidelines with the players. They showed that they have headsets on. I know that there were some pictures of some hanging mouthpiece. I post that to the community tab as well. We also saw that the Heisman Trophy ceremony is actually being teased to be included. I'm really excited for that. And if we're going to get some Heisman Trophy cinematic cutscenes, what else could we be getting? We could be getting some really cool stuff tonight. Jimmy says, I think the Heisman will have more You were ahead of me right there, man. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. That's a huge thing. They revealed the hanging mouthpieces. Can't believe I'm excited for mouthpieces. Yeah, I mean, like for Road to Glory, that's going to be really fun. What's up? I can't remember your name. I know who you are, though. Was it like, I don't want to accidentally dox your real name, but I think I know it. Sometimes I don't like to say the real names of people who don't have their real names on here. Don't want to dox you. What's up, Zach? Again, mascot mashup look incredible. The one screenshot that I saw, it was Georgia and Oregon. And I think Georgia's mascot's called Hairy Dog or something like that. And then Oregon is just what is Oregon's mascot name? Almost dropped my microphone right there. Oregon Ducks mascot. Google that. Just the duck. It's just Miami's is named Sebastian. Interestingly enough, I don't know how it's copyright when it's open to the public. It is, but EA, and so I'm not really. I don't want to test EA. I tested EA last year, and it bit me in the butt. Seeing Texas and OU face mask, the face mask going to hit like ice cold Dr. Pepper. Man, I had an ice cold Dr. Pepper earlier, and you're right. And we saw the screenshot of Ohio State and Michigan and what looked like a rivalry face down. between the two teams in pregame or postgame or something. That looked really interesting. And I hope they do that with all the rivalry games. Just something that I really want to see. Hope your day is going well. Hope your day is going well as too, Caleb. Jacob docks away, my friend. Here's my social too. See, I was right about the name, but I forgot it for a split second. But then I got it. I just didn't want to, dox you on accident. Georgia's mascot is most definitely named Ugly Dog. Hey, don't be mean to Georgia's mascot. I hate Georgia like the rest of Florida fans, but at least their mascot's not ugly. If you want an ugly mascot, look at Clemson's mascot. Oklahoma is Boomer and Sooner. 19 minutes left. Yeah, we got 20 now. Yeah, 19 now. You're right. It was announced that we're getting Stadium Builder and Team Builder. Where did you see that from on an X post? I'm going to say take that with a pinch of salt. I haven't heard anything about that myself, but I would love to see it. All hail the U. I'm a Gators fan, but out of all of Florida's quote-unquote rivals, as much as I want to say that I hate Miami, I don't hate them as much as I say that I do. I just despise them because of one certain fan that would troll the comments of this of these old live streams. You might know who I'm talking about. But he who shall not be mentioned shall not be named. Missouri State mascot is Boomer. Oh, that's a nice name. No HBCU and FCS teams. No, unfortunately, we won't be getting FCS teams. That's just a logistics issue when it comes to contracts and money and, rights to the logos and stadiums. That's when you look at Division I FBS. I need argument, you guys, since there's a lot of people in here right now. One FBS, there is 138 schools, and I think that includes North Dakota State and Sacramento State. Now, when you look at FCS, that is an extra 127 teams, and when you're already spending so much money for rights and logistics and contracts and stuff like that with FBS teams, and you have to double that for small, and I'm not dissing FCS teams. I love FCS football. One of my favorite FCS teams is Tarleton State. And Florida A&M is another one that I really enjoy. But, those teams are not going to be played as much as FBS teams. And yes, it would be cool to be able to face them in Dynasty and have your own FCS dynasties, but it's just a lot of money for EA. They have a lot of money, which is what's crazy as to why they won't do it. But the logistics issues behind it all is what kind of stops them from being able to do it. Gonna have a cherry Dr. Pepper Zero with dinner tonight. That sounds amazing. Clemson living rent-free. Hey, you're right, though. I mean, they've been living rent-free, God, really since Dabo started being really good. This is like, what, 2015, 2016? Are we getting a mascot mashup deep dive? I believe we are. From what I read, they're releasing deep dive blogs like they have been the last few years. From what I heard, we'll be getting a Dynasty deep dive, a Road to Glory deep dive, one for mascot mashup. I think we're getting one for presentation as well, and then a gameplay one. So you bet we're going to be reading all of those tonight. So I'm really excited. I got my water. Got to make sure I stay hydrated. Don't want my mouth to get dry. What's up, Four Verticals Pod? Hope you're doing all right. Might I mention Swag Cane? See, he remembers it. You think we get full high school like 14 Trasher? I hope so. I absolutely hope so. High school was awful last year. Playing Road to Glory, I was really excited. And then I heard it was going to be high school coming back. I was like, yes, this is exactly what we needed. And then they changed it. Why do you fix something that's not broken, EA? That game mode used to be so much fun. And when you get out of high school and into college, it's all right in College Football 26. But the high school part is just like, I skip it every time because it's just a waste of time. I like the score bug that they had for the high school, and like the point of view when you run out onto the field and you like get the flower on your senior day, but that's it. That's really it. It just wasn't good enough. You're only on the field for a few minutes at a time and you have to hit these specific objectives. And it's just like, let me go out and ball out. Like, why do I have to get 15 yards rushing and we're, losing by 14, so we need to pass the ball. Why am I running? It just feels like a stat padding high school experience when you're not even playing the full thing. Now, I understand Road to Glory, you're only going to play one side of the ball unless I don't know, have they implemented two position Road to Glory yet for offense and defense? That's not something I've tried to see if they have done, because Travis Hunter did it a few years ago. I haven't looked into it myself, so forgive me for being a little ignorant there, but I hope we get the old NCAA 14 high school. That was the best one. You could customize your schedule, change the teams and the mascots and the colors of the other high school teams you're playing. You could make it like your real life high school football team or your alma mater's football schedule. That's important. Not so, and I mean this with all due respect to the EA people, that was the laziest attempt at a high school experience in college football 26. The Vibe Wire says, I'm hoping that we're able to pay for the MVP edition of the game to get access to the beta as soon as the video ends, if PlayStation can update the PlayStation Store. I'm pretty sure we'll probably get that. Everybody seems to have been a little confused on what the beta issue has been, on if, people are going to get the email because, EA has play testers, or if you can get it from the MVP Plus subscription. The way that I see it, it's both. So there's the people that got the emails 2 weeks ago, and then there's the people that are going to be able to pre-order the MVP Plus edition and get the pre-order with the beta. I myself probably not going to play the beta, because if I play it, I'm going to want to talk about it, and EA is strictly going to ban and not let you play any EA games ever again if you share any info about the betas. So I'm just going to skip it myself personally. I'll still look into what people are saying about it, but I myself am not going to get it. Just happy North Dakota State's finally in college. Me too. It's one of this is the Alabama of FCS. And I made a hot take in one of the streams the other day. I personally think they could make a run for the college football playoff. They're going to be the best team in the Mountain West, bar none, because Boise State's leaving for the Pac-12, and there's like a couple other teams leaving for the Pac-12. Mountain West is adding Northern Illinois. Yeah, they beat Notre Dame a couple of years ago, but what else have they done? Except for the Bone Wall. Ball knowledge right there, if any of you guys know about Northern Illinois' Bone Wall. Cane fans are annoying, and I love it. At least you admit it. At least you 100% admit it. Yo, your mic's tweaking. It might be fine now. Your mic is fine. Thank you, NedMag, for letting me know. It could be the internet. I don't know. But if it keeps messing up, please let me know. In the LSU pick, if you look closely, there's a player with a white hand warmer. I think it had a logo on it. I want to say they were just team colored last year. Interesting. Are you doing a Dynasty series this year on your channel? I plan on doing one. If any of you guys have been fans of this channel for a while, you'll know that I did the Appalachian State Dynasty on NCAA Revamped. I called it the last Dynasty. And then we did the first Dynasty, which was on College Football 25 when it first came out. So if there's a demand for it, yeah, I'll bring back the Appalachian State Dynasty, just because it's just channel lore. It just feels right to do it. And I felt bad that I wasn't able to do it for 26, but that's just because I was without a computer and a capture card for so long. But if you guys want to see the App State Dynasty return, or maybe a new team, or me doing Florida, or bringing back the Trasher team builder team back, comment in any video if you want to see it, or any community post, or here. I will see it. I read every single comment. I heart 95% of them. Even the mean comments I read. Every single comment is read. Every reply is read. I take the time out of my day to read every single comment. Every single one. The closest FCS team is get EA creator teams. That's right. Most likely the team builder teams that, no matter what, people are going to make FCS teams in team builder, and EA is just going to have to get over it. They're not going to be able to block everyone from being able to do it. Obviously, people are going to download them. I'm sure there's going to be Richmond Spiders, or South Dakota State Jackrabbits, or just random FCS teams, but they're the name might be a little bit different. The uniforms might not be exactly identical, but it's the closest experience that you can get to playing with FCS teams in these college football video games, because they are probably not adding them anytime soon. What's up, Ned Mack again? Also, Sights and Sounds deep dive. Thank you, Jimmy. Also, one leg sleeve photo leaked on Twitter. I did see that. It was on the menu. It was somebody that was doing Florida versus Arizona on one of the computers at that little EA event that they do, and I saw the little one leg sleeve there. I'm really excited for that. Trasher, what do you think about the other Dakota teams will follow NDSU to FBS after a few years? I highly doubt it. North Dakota State was really the only dynasty through there. Maybe South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits, might be able to move up, but I highly doubt North Dakota or South Dakota will follow in suit. Sorry, I'm rushing through these comments because this stream starts in 9 minutes, and I got to read these questions and then explain what we're going to do. I don't have any favorite team because I don't know which teams are really good. Hey, you could pick the closest one to you. You could pick underdogs. You could pick good teams, bad teams. I myself am a Florida Gators fan because my parents are. So I just grew up as a Gator fan. I can always remember being a Gator fan. My oldest memory watching was Tim Tebow winning the national championship in 2009. It would have been what, January 2009? That's one of my oldest memories. Let's see here. Going through the chat, what's your top picks for Dynasty? Honestly, North Dakota State and Sacramento State. Those, Sacramento State Stadium's really fun. The Fargo Dome for North Dakota State's going to be really, really fun to play in. I really like North Dakota State's jerseys, but I'm really excited just to see the Fargo Dome in the game. They did back on 13, two sides of the ball. Interesting. No two players yet. Honestly, wish I could, because I could choose what I want to commit to in college. The deep dive for Dynasty has already dropped. Ooh. All right, then. We'll read that after the live stream is over. Would love to see a Trasherville Trashers remake again. I would genuinely make a team filler team for that. I would want to be able to play the full season like you could in 2014 without creating Dynasty, just ability to play any game of the season. I agree, Trojan Fight. You're right. That was one of my very underrated modes because not a lot of people like to do recruiting. Just one season and done. That's a very fun mode right there. It's kind of like Dynasty, just without recruiting being so important and, team morale and stuff like that. It's for people who like quick play stuff, who don't have the time to rebuild schools and such. The helmet tilt is nice. Hope they have playoffs for high school. That'd be really nice. I would love to see that. They had them in the old ones. Why can't they do it again? Also off topic, are you thinking about bringing this quarterback? Eventually, probably not anytime soon, though. It got pretty bad. A lot of hate was going on in there, and I was like, it's dead anyways, so I got rid of it. But if I do, it'll probably be just like a select invite only rather than a public thing. But if I do, I'll let you guys know. But before we get into the live stream for College Football 27, it starts in about 6.5 minutes. I want to let you guys know the deal of what we're going to do. So usually every time we do this, you guys are more than welcome to leave the stream and go watch for yourselves and then come back for my reactions and breakdown. You can stay alongside and watch it with me. You can have it going on your TV and have me going on your phone, or you could just leave and not come back. I mean, I prefer you come back, but I love talking about this stuff, and I understand if you guys want to go watch it on your own time and then come back afterwards. It's not going to offend me if I see the viewer drop or the viewer count drop by half once it starts. But I'm really excited for this. It starts in 6 minutes. Oh man, what do you guys think we're gonna see? Anything crazy? Anything important? Anything small? Man, I'm really excited. You can hear it in my voice, like the nerve, because I know I'm about to have to talk for a long time, reading these deep dives and going into the actual small little details and the clips of the live stream. Man, I'm so excited, chat. This is my favorite time of the year. But we got 71 people in the chat right now. If you guys are excited for this, make sure you'll leave a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. It's absolutely free and it helps out the channel a lot. Every single one of you, I appreciate. Oh, man. 5 minutes left, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get this up on the screen real quick. If you guys can hear it when it starts, please let me know. Oops, I did not mean to stream the actual StreamYard. Whoopsie doopsie. Here we go. That's what I wanted to pull up. All righty, here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be important. This feels to me bigger than College Football 25's deep dives. This feels bigger than 26 to me, or on par with 25 at least, because it feels like we've already had more infos and leaks about extra stuff in 27 than there was actually in 26. And I can't remember his name for the life of me, and I'm going to go crazy, but he's a dev at EA. And he was talking about all the, lock-in guys, because like we're about to see some crazy stuff today, and I'm really excited. But there will also be Madden 27 stuff tonight. I will also go over some of it, not all of it. As you know, I'm strictly college football, but I know a lot of you guys are interested in Madden. I'm interested in Madden, as I really enjoyed Madden 26. And I hated Madden 25. I thought 26 was such a step up from 25. Like Madden 25 was blown out of the water by College Football 25. And then Madden 26 was great. I really liked College Football 26. I put 700 hours into both College Football 25 and 26. But I only put about 100 hours in Madden 26 and about 10 hours in Madden 25. So it's like there's a huge improvement from right there. Might be a hot take, but I wish they'd implement a bit of AI. Honestly, you guys know how I am, and this sounds hypocritical because our channel logo is made with it, and I still plan on changing it. I just can't afford to hire someone to change the logo anytime soon. But if any of you guys are graphic designers and want to help a man out, you know where to find me on Twitter, @TrasherFootball. But yeah, I hate the current logo. That's why I still have the old school logo here on the live stream video, because I just like the original one. I just don't have the guts to actually change it again, because that's a branding thing at this point. But yeah, I don't like AI. I used to be very on the fence about it. Now I'm very, very against it. But I'm not here to talk about AI. I'm here to talk about college football. So starts at about 2.5 minutes. We got 68 people on the chat watching. I'm really excited. Everybody in the chat, tell me what your favorite college football team is so I can see who's all here, and I'll shout your names out. Don't worry. I like shouting you guys out during these streams. But let's look at the poll real quick. 79 votes 42 minutes ago. Right now, Dynasty's winning at 44%. Equipment at 6%. A lot smaller of a percentage than I expected. 18 for Road to Glory, 32% for gameplay. Very nice. Very nice. Let's look at what you guys say. Syracuse, go Orange up there in New York. Oklahoma. Man, I wouldn't have guessed. Yeah, I'm just messing with you. Oregon State, man. I still hold a grudge from when you guys beat my Gators like 30-something to 3 in that one bowl game a couple of years ago. Rather not say. Florida State Seminoles, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Miami, USC, the real USC, calling out South Carolina over there from the Trojans. Clemson Tigers, Dynasty fan, because I love winning the Heisman and just racking up. Are you talking about your stats and such? I get what you mean. Texas, Buckeyes, Old Dominion. We get some love for the Monarchs in the chat. Love to see it. LSU, Roll Tide, OHIO, Colorado Buffaloes. Got to remember half that roster was via portal. Has gone via portal. That's right. Go Gators. Hey, go Gators. Go Gators to all the Florida fans in the chat. You guys know that's my favorite team. Michigan and USF. Kansas Jayhawks, Minnesota Golden Gophers, and North Dakota State Bison. Old Dominion, Clemson, Penn State. Go Monarchs. Man, we got a lot of love for Old Dominion. But it's time to lock in, chat. It's about to start here in 1 minute, less than a minute, actually. So if you guys can hear it in the stream, please let me know. Like I said, you guys are more than welcome to leave and go watch it on your own and come back. I'm going to be doing live reactions. So please forgive me for talking over it. This is my live stream, not EA's official stream. So I have the right to talk over it. That just seems to be a big issue that people have had over the last couple of years when I've done these live streams. So don't get mad at me for talking over it. That's my job. It's time. It's time. Now we're just waiting. It should be starting anytime soon now. Man, I might have to refresh the page. Hasn't started yet. So is this a live stream or a premiere? Because there is a difference. Refresh. That's what I tried to do. Oh, there goes the washing machine. My bad. It doesn't look like it's started yet. Is this a live stream or is this like an actual premiere then? Why is it not starting? Forgive me for this not loading. It doesn't even look like they've started it yet. It looks like a live stream. And it doesn't look like it's actually started yet. So they're late. Can't blame that one on me. It looks like it starts at 9 p.m. I mean, it says it starts at 7 p.m. So, and I'm not going to sit here and stream for another 2 hours. Yeah, everybody in the chat's already saying L. Why would you have it scheduled? Why would you have it scheduled for 7 p.m. and then not start it at 7? Delay again. It's a delay again. That's funny. That, Elijah, that's funny. A delay a game. Trasher, my guy, I pray that you're doing well today. I pray that you're doing well. All right, too. Hope you're all doing all right. Yeah, that's a delay game. 5-yard penalty. Still first down. It's about 1st and 15 from here. Let's see. Still delayed. Well, while this is being delayed from EA, I can still answer some more questions until it loads then. So if you guys have any more questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. This is my 3rd time watching it on your channel, no other way. Hey, I appreciate that, man. This is my favorite live stream to do every single year. They got to give us all beta codes now. Illegal procedure. Madden 27 is adding the tush push for the Eagles. So is it only for the Eagles? Oh, here we go. Chat once it loads. Can you guys hear it? All right. Northwestern. It's a great band right there. Texas Tech. See a little bit of Iowa. Shout out marching bands, by the way. I was in high school in marching band. Hey, got the mascots dancing. Showing a bit of NFL love here. Here we go. That's a better view for you guys. Looks like that was made in Chicago. I saw the Chicago flag and a lot of love for Northwestern. They're loved up there in Chicago. I'm going to turn this down a little bit just to avoid copyright with the music playing in the background. But that looks nice. I like the little mascot, little intro right there in Chicago. Shout out Chicago, the Windy City. Oh, this is like an actual event. Okay.
Navy Pier in Chicago. I'm your host, Nick Mazesco, and tonight isn't just about two games. It's about football.
It's about
EA
football.
Sports believes football is more than what happens on the field. It's about the communities, rivalries, and culture that connects fans every day. From the first snap under Friday Night Lights to the biggest moments on Sunday, it's not just about how it's played, but how it's experienced. Because this year, more than ever, every decision you make matters.
I hope that they really mean that,
and what happens next.
because they say stuff like this every year, but I'm not trying to trash on it. I know my name's Trash Your Football, but I don't like to trash on things. That's a nice little bookshelf right there, though.
The modes, the moments, the
Man, that Heisman Trophy is beautiful. That screenshot that they showed of it in the game, I'm hoping that's like a cinematic cutscene that we get for the ceremonies. Something I'm hoping we get like every year in Dynasty or Road to Glory and such.
Let's throw it over to the pride of Florida State University, Sean Grady.
Oh boy.
The future of football at EA Sports.
All right. So they're really just showing both. We saw that from a screenshot on some of the screenshots that was released today.
Hello.
Oh, is this a
Welcome.
TED Talk now?
Thank you so much for being here, everybody. We are so happy to see you guys tonight. My name is Sean Grady. I'm the Vice President and Head of Production for EA Sports College Football and Madden NFL. And it's incredible to be here tonight in the iconic Aon Ballroom at the Navy Pier in Chicago.
I saw some videos of them playing the game in that little building that they're in right here. It's a beautiful building, at least the interior.
By the college football and Madden NFL communities watching with us. Thank you guys for joining us around the world.
Hey, thank you guys in the chat for coming in here too.
To this night for a long time. Those of you in the room know that for the past 2 years, this has been a private event back at our Orlando studio in Florida, where we hosted a few select community members. But tonight, we're opening it up to the entire football audience. Here in the room, of course, and around the world.
Absolutely love to see that.
We're going to show you everything we've been building in College Football 27 and Madden NFL 27, and I do mean everything.
So everything. It better be everything. It seems like they're taking a different direction this year, letting us know everything before we get the game, which is something that I really critiqued 25 and 26 about in college football, was that they released the info so late. Because, like, pre-orders is very important to them, and they're going to get more pre-orders if they release more info, especially if it's a better game.
Before we look ahead to the future of football, let's take a moment to celebrate the incredible athletes that represent this year's game. On College Football 27, our covers capture everything.
God, that Kurt Cinetti facing Eddie's face.
The colors, the pageantry, and of course the big athletes that bring it all.
Every time I see that picture, I laugh so hard because it's so cheesy. It looks like a bad 90s comedy movie poster.
And Oregon quarterback Dante Moore. They're somewhere here in the room. If you guys are here, say hi, wave your hands. Thanks for joining us, guys, tonight.
Wave your hands shows the Wisconsin Badger.
Cincinnati was here. He's gracing the deluxe edition cover, controlling the chaos from the front, but he could not make it tonight. Now let's turn our attention to Sundays. This year's Madden NFL 27 cover.
I like I don't mind the deluxe edition cover there, but that normal cover could have been much better for Madden.
Okay.
I like Caleb Williams.
We like to say
I think he gets too much hate.
Oh,
I saw Matt Mitchell. Shout out Matt, one of my favorite YouTubers right there.
Anybody that watched the playoffs last year knows this. Any Packer fans in the house? You guys remember?
Man, my dream is to be invited to one of these events. Yeah, I saw him too. That's awesome.
To have him here tonight as well. Chicago Bears quarterback and the first ever Bears cover athlete, our 27 cover star, Caleb Williams. If you're here, Caleb, say hello. All right, over the past year, our teams have been in their own version of the offseason. We're building, we're testing, we're iterating, and we're pushing every detail forward, from gameplay to presentation.
I sure hope so.
To new innovations. Every part of these experiences have been shaped with a purpose. Because when you all step on that virtual field, when you pick up the controller, we want you to feel confidence, control, and clarity. We want you to feel that this is the strongest version of football we've ever delivered. That's how we feel. So tonight, we are going to go deep, and I do mean deep, so get comfortable, sit back and relax. Drum roll, please. We're going to share gameplay, presentation, all the modes you care about, and the shared DNA across college football and Madden NFL. You will
I
see the
really hope
unique
that they're
decisions
showing
we
us
made in each game
everything.
to capture the wide open explosiveness of college football and the precision playmaking of the NFL. In short, college football
This is like
27
watching
in
Steve
college
Jobs
football
unveil the
27
old
Saturday is going to feel more like
iPhones back in the
Saturday,
day.
and in Madden NFL 27,
Gosh, I
Sunday's
feel
gonna
old saying
feel
that now.
more like Sunday. That sound good to you guys? Want to hear more? Okay. Before we get into the games, I do want to take a step back and share with you how we're thinking about the future of football at EA Sports. We're evolving college football and Madden NFL around 3 core pillars. So first, and I know all of you in the room are going to like this, gameplay above everything.
Better be
That
so.
means authentic, responsive football with more control, smarter AI, and signature movement that feels true to the athletes, teams, and sport we represent. It also means we're investing in new ways to capture real-world football data through our internal partners like TrackCab, helping us unlock deeper realism, better movement, and new possibilities in the future. Stay tuned for that.
Interesting.
Second, connected careers with more life. Guys, we continue to invest deeply in the modes our players spend the most time in, building football career and franchise experiences that are more authentic, more dynamic, more social, and more connected across both college and Madden NFL. And in fact, that high school to Hall of Fame journey is something that only EA Sports can deliver. And third, fandom without limits. In the very near future, we're going to provide more ways for football fans to represent their teams.
I knew that
show
they
their
implemented a
creativity,
thing where they were paying
play their
teams like a
way,
very, very,
and
very,
connect with
very
sports
short
they love.
percentage for every, like, what
New
was it, like
tools, new
10,000
experiences, and a new football
times like that
platform
team was played in the
connected and
game or something
rewarding
like
you
that?
and your fandom year round. There's much more to come on that, but we are very
I
excited.
wonder if
for the
there's going to be
future
any
of
more
football.
info on stuff like that.
All right, now speaking of platforms, we want every football fan
Here
to
we
feel
go.
connected across our
Here
ecosystem.
we go.
That's why I am excited to share with you all tonight that College Football 27 will launch on PC. for the first
Let's
time.
go,
I think
chat.
it's time.
College
I know
Football
you wanna be here
27
tonight.
will be on
It's
PC,
coming.
on
So we will
Steam, the
join
EA
Madden
app,
NFL
and on
using our
Epic
PC
Games.
community
That's
to chance to
huge.
play both college football and Madden at the highest fidelity possible. I'm also excited to share that EA Sports College Football is coming to mobile this year, bringing the power and
Yeah, I
beauty of
heard about
first-party
that. I'm not
gameplay
sure how I
and
feel
an
about that.
all-new Dynasty experience later
Dynasty
this year.
experience. Interesting.
I might be biased, but I think it's the best looking game on a mobile device from a sports perspective.
You guys
So
remember
whether
Madden
you play on
Mobile?
console,
I hope they don't turn it
PC,
into an
or
Ultimate Team
mobile,
slop game,
football
honestly,
fans
because
have
that's
more
what
ways to
Madden
play
Mobile
college
really turned into.
football and Madden NFL
But they better
anywhere,
actually stick to that
anytime.
Dynasty mode there. That's
All right,
important.
now, without further ado, let's get to our first look at College Football 27 and Madden NFL 27. College Football 27
Available
is
July
designed to reflect the
8th,
modern, evolving college
9th.
football landscape,
July 9th.
delivering new ways to play in Dynasty,
Should have chose a better
Road to
font there.
Glory, Ultimate Team, and more.
So in about a
Our
month.
goal is to create an experience with depth, challenge, emotion, and the current real-world college football decision-making landscape. So whether you're building your program, becoming a 5-star recruit, or creating your ultimate team of current or legendary players, College Football 27 is built around one question. Are you doing it for the you or for yourself?
That's
This is College
a
Football
good one right
27.
there. All right.
Utility is forgotten. The Indiana Hoosiers are the kings of college football.
Here we go. Heavy emphasis on Signetti here.
Onto that field. Grew up dreaming about putting on this uniform. They've rooted for this team.
Make sure to turn this down a little bit more. I don't want copyright issues with the music. That's beautiful, though.
Some have another dream.
Looks like we got some new team entrances onto the field. That Nevada one with the shield looked new.
That's college football now. I get it. Everyone's got to make a name.
The rain looks good. A little bit of dirt and rain on the knee pads looks nice.
I care what happens after you do.
Hard hits right there.
I care if you love to compete.
Ooh. The snow building up over the game.
If you want every
Interesting. With the little stamp, that's cool.
That's what you're here to do.
Was that also? Oh my God, was that 6-7? Good grief. Was that a tush push that I saw anchored down? Little guitar celebration. Wow, new cinematic animations right there. That's cool. Oh, I like that. Do it for the U with all the teams. I liked that. Didn't really learn anything there, but we did see some really
I don't know,
cool
something
new
about the
team
Colts
entrances
thing,
right
the
there. I
music
really
in
liked
college
some of
football is
those.
amazing.
I
We're
really
honored to
like the
have
little
Patrick
anchor for
Mahomes
Vanderbilt.
being
That looked really
reigning
cool.
national champions in this year's trailer. Congratulations once again to the University of Indiana. Now, don't worry. I know you want more than that. The development team is going to come out here and take you much deeper in just a few moments, including gameplay and what's new across your favorite modes in college football. But before we do that, I do want to get you just
So
a touch on
Madden Deluxe
NFL
Edition will be
27.
available August
Madden
13th.
NFL
So that will
27
be
brings meaningful
about
innovations for
2
every type of
months and a
player.
week from
Whether
now,
you come for
while college
gameplay,
football will be
superstar
out
mode,
about a month from
or
now.
franchise mode, or presentation that makes every game feel connected to the night of the week, your team's traditions, or the moment in the virtual season that you're in right now. And I'm very happy to share that Madden NFL 27 represents our second consecutive year of a deep investment and a major leap forward for franchise mode players. This year, franchise mode is designed to bring the action to you in a more alive and dynamic way, putting you in control of the decision that defines a GM, a coach, or an entire league. In Madden NFL 27, it's your league. All right, let's take a look at
All
how
right.
some of
I
our
hope that
newest
means we
free
get some
agents
more
use this
customization stuff in
connect.
Madden. Let's look at this right here. Is that Vince Vaughn?
Talk about undefeated season, Super Bowl champions. I mean, has any other team shut out all their opponents during the regular season and through the playoffs in the Super Bowl before? Oh no, really? We're the first one? Oh, well, that'll be a fun trivia question.
It is Vince Vaughn.
Next question. I'm a decision maker. It's what I do.
I like Vince Vaughn.
It's not my fault the rest of the league can't keep up. Blame them. But really blame me because I've raised the bar super high. My first decision?
He's really funny.
Knock down my franchise QB. Caleb, what I'm telling you, big guys, I love you. And you want to know how you know I love you? Because I'm giving you all my money.
Lots of more thought into the Madden Deluxe Edition trailer than the College Football 27 one.
Caleb Williams is permafrost.
Permafrost. That's cool looking.
They love it. It's permafrost. Look, I'm not some indecisive GM without a plan.
The orange gummy bears.
48-year-old quarterback out of retirement just because I can.
It's Tom Brady.
How many touchdowns? The answer is yes. How do we stop this? Yes. You're my guy and you're in.
Thanks, Vince.
All right. Great seeing you.
Build something special here.
Not a chance. Red one in here. We talked about it. It all starts at the negotiation table. Lucky I like to talk. No. I'll find the money, Jacob. Trade requests, extensions, holdouts. Leonard, there is an I in win. And there's also an I in vets. A lot of patches. Totally did the right thing. You're fired, but you handled it well.
This is one of my favorite comedians as a little kid. So this is really, really nostalgic feeling to see. All right, here we go. Game engine footage.
Crazy. I'm a scheme guy, though. I don't just run the same play over and over just because it works.
Got the tush push right there.
I do that. Everyone's excited about what we've been building. We're 6-0, so I just expect to go to.
That was cool, that little freeze frame.
My favorite scheme: get the ball to the money players. The NFC is real hungry.
Golly, what's a feast without a little gravy?
Is that Young Gravy?
So I stole an all-pro corner from an unsuspecting casual.
He called me brother and then ripped me off.
This gig is all about keeping your emotions in check.
What's up, brother?
Demand a trade. You been talking to Vince Vaughn, ain't you?
I mean, Vince has been an unbelievable GM. He's new.
Man, they put a lot more thought into the Madden trailer here than they did for college football.
You can never get
This is
That's why I prefer
much
to
more
say
interesting, or at least intriguing looking to the trailer. Just probably because I like Vince Vaughn.
I turned the temp way down. Everyone copied that one.
Oh my gosh.
Created a whole new menu. Chicago dogs only. Feels nice to be recognized. Last Sunday I ran nothing but Tampa 2.
Employee that's like that one episode of SpongeBob.
Goodbye, drag routes.
I have
Matt
no idea
Stafford.
What's going on right now? He was the GM. Now he's the coach. What's next? Vince Vaughn at quarterback.
It's a great idea.
To get this out of the way, the rumors are true. I'm the coach, I'm the GM, and now I'll be playing quarterback.
Am I in on Vince Vaughn at quarterback? He's 50.
Man, they're really going into this, are they?
Decades of life experience. Decades and decades and decades.
Does this mean that there's going to be a Vince Vaughn Ultimate Team card? Probably.
He's 6'5". He's a traditional pocket passer. The knees aren't what they used to be. I kind of want to see it.
You know, Caleb's supportive. We're going to have a spot for him, but I think he's just loving watching me play quarterback. I mean, we were a team. Everyone puts the team first, and that's why I'm running everything. To all the haters out there, do me a favor. Stick around and watch it. It'll be more for the same next year. Thank you again. Go Bears. Would you look at that? I mean, do I deserve a statue next to Sweetness? I'm not saying I don't. Maybe you'll get one too.
There's Caleb.
Time to run it back.
It's yearly. Madden 27. Mendoza. Cowboys, Bengals. Oh, the little Jags of their mascot dropping in from the top of the stadium. I liked that.
All right, we love Vince Vaughn. He's a legendary Bears fan, if you didn't know, and now he's apparently a legendary Bears GM. So we can't wait for you to get your hands on the new franchise improvements and experience a league that truly reacts to you this season. You're going to hear a lot more about that in just a few moments.
What'd you guys in the chat think about the Madden and College Football 27 trailers?
I'm guessing you do. Come on. All right. All right, so stick around for the entire show because we're going to...
I liked it just because it was funny, but you're right, it was useless. It was funny, but it really didn't show much about the game. It was just a comedy sketch.
Community members, all you lovely people in the room here tonight, and creators play the games for the first time and share their...
I will say both of them had their good parts.
Welcome to the opening drive.
Here we go, the opening drive, future of football.
We just heard about where football is going. Now, let's show you how it plays. Because this year, EA Sports isn't just building games. They're building a connected football experience. From Fridays to Saturdays to Sundays, every moment, every decision, every snap is now connected. It all starts on the gridiron. To take us through how it all comes together on the field, here's senior game designer director, the OG.
Oh, I love the standard cover for 27 as well. Oh, the snow on the jerseys. Those looked really cool. Did it?
Baby, let's get this thing cracking now.
Oh, they just have it on the same frame.
All right, gameplay above everything. The first thing I said is you damn right, baby. Who is excited to see some gameplay right now over college and Madden football? We have an exciting feature set for you. And I gotta admit, you guys seeing my face this early.
Why does he sound like Jeff
threw me
Ross?
off for a little bit because Nick, usually it's you, me, and then we're watching Bordeaux catch an L to one of our college.
Hey, W. Bordeaux.
athletes. Don't get it twisted though. You're still better than Bengal.
Ooh.
No doubt about it. All right, let's talk about how we bring all of this together. Every year after the season ends, we get, in our mini camp, or we like to call pre-production. And then, we look at themes and things that you guys say because your feedback is essential to what we do. So let's look at how we broke this down. You first told us that you wanted more tools defensively. The AI logic needed to be better. You
Especially
wanted more
pursuit
control
angles,
on the other side of the
please.
football, and that's why we rallied behind defense wins championships. Next is built from game day. This is our authenticity pillar. We know that every team is somebody's favorite team, and you're going to see how we delivered that this year. And then last but not least is play your way. With all the features you're going to hear tonight, the different settings, how are we giving you the tools to ultimately play your way? And now let's get to it. Defense wins championships, and it starts fundamentally. For years, one of the biggest holes that we have had to shore up that we did this year was what we call look for work. What is look for work? That's that middle linebacker seeing that drag coming right at you, and he can anticipate. In our game last year and in previous and any other football game made,
That's an issue.
in the zone, they didn't move until they got into their zone. That all changes here.
Good.
We're going to go right here to the film room, and we're going to see Fred Warner
Actual
here. I want
gameplay.
you to see his ability to look for work. Love drops. He's in his hook zone. He's going to drop properly. He's going to anticipate it. Love has to make a call. We're throwing a pick. Here we go. We're moving.
We're throwing
Next,
a pick.
From there, we said,
I
all
see.
right, now that we've gotten to
Oh,
look for
look
wins
at
in the game,
that.
how do we
Madden
really
has a
consider
little
the rules and
decibel
full
count up there,
strength
kind of like
and
college
balance?
football's
Now
little
we're introducing
stadium
smart
atmosphere
zones. So
meter.
now, both on an
Looks like they're
individual or
hiding the
team
score
level,
bugs, which
you
I
can
do
decide
like
how
because
aggressive you want
those
them to
are
be. Do you
those are
want
very
that
nice.
Mike
But they said they'd
Backer
reveal
who
everything,
takes
so
one
I'd like
step
to
and
see them
tries to
tonight,
trade you? You
please.
want to get
Yeah.
up and take that away. Just put them in ultra aggressive. Is the quarterback killing you with that two ball or that deep over? Put him in ultra conservative, and he'll prefer routes and prioritize routes behind him. Here, we're going into aggressive. They're running that slant concept, pick six.
Who's
We're going
throwing
after
that
the
ball?
grid. We are giving you more options than you have ever had before. Come on,
Man,
we
they're
gotta
just
clap that up for
making
this defense we're
Malik
talking
Willis
about
look
here,
bad
fellas.
here.
We're talking defense. All
We
right.
got Trevor
But we know
Lawrence,
that football is
Seahawks,
not perfect,
Jags,
and there is a
Monday
lot
night
of
prime
what you call
time.
the perfect defensive play. You're clamping them up. You got them strapped and locked up, like the kids say these days. And then all of a sudden, the quarterback is going to evade the pocket. I mean, we got the legend Michael Vick sitting over there. Shout out to the legend. Clap it up for the legend.
Man, they got a lot of people here.
But the thing is similar to Madden 2004 summer, you guys are still trying to play it the same way. You get out and you're just scrambling everywhere. And so we had to introduce what is real, and real football is plaster logic. No
Plaster
longer
logic.
are guys just standing around and just covering grass like your favorite City League flag football player. They are out here moving, attaching, locking, and ultimately clamping, and hopefully giving you a better chance not to give up those big plays.
Is that a different catch meter?
Shout out to Mike Vick, the greatest Madden player that we've ever had. And now here, we meet with hundreds of coaches.
Whoa, look at
coordinators
all that.
all around the NFL and college football. And this thing here, we are
I
now
like that there's a
providing
lot of these.
25
The ability to
new
change all these
sets.
is very
How do
important.
you want to play bunch? How do you want to play trips? How do you want to play stack? The options are endless. You can set them in the front end to then you be like your favorite coordinator. And now we get into our wide receiver press. I saw Ocho Cinco earlier in here, but I mean, no one did it better than him. One of my favorite.
I love
one
Ocho
of my
Cinco.
favorite NFL films. He's like, I need you right here. That's everything I said to our dev team. It felt like every time we were going over this feature. Now, with our wide receiver defensive press improvements, receivers actually have logic around the route they are trying to run. If they're running a deep out, they're going to try to win on the outside. If they're running a deep in, they're trying to get to the inside. On the other side of that coin, corners, and now leverage is going to mean more than it even last year and ever before, because we have boosted chances when they are in the appropriate leverage. And then we go to jostle. Some of my favorite cornerbacks of all time, guys like Aeneas Williams, Darrelle Revis. These guys were clamped corners.
I'm hoping
Our
that
game
they
has always been
talk
hard to
about pursuit
replicate
angles
them
because that
because they were
seems
not
to be
gonna
one of
be
my
the
biggest
fastest.
worries in
They
both college
mastered
football
that
and Madden.
run. They were great with technique. Really
I feel like they
physical.
had
So
it
how
down
are we
better
gonna
in the
do
older
that?
games than
That
they
is
did
with our
now.
brand new wide receiver DB jostle system. And now
Okay.
you as a user, you can attach on the move. You can get them at the stem of the route and really play with the timing of them. Or you can attach when the ball is in flight. And keep in mind, when you are attached, you are slowing the wide receiver down, thus putting yourself in the best position to make a play.
I like that.
And here we go, built from game day, baby. Every player is somebody's favorite player. I want you guys to take a look at Colin Simmons. You see him. He's one of the best defensive ends that there is out there. You see all of his physicals and the different tiers. Over the past couple of years, you guys have been very vocal that you preferred the tiered ability system. And we listen because this is your game.
I like that.
So with that, the tiered ability system is going to debut in Madden NFL 27.
Good deal.
Clap that up because you asked for it. And being a lifelong Rams fan,
Hope they improve blocking a little bit more. Oh, me too. Me too.
I am going to formally welcome Myles Garrett to the Rams house. Myles Garrett, thank you, brother. Can't wait to have you. All right, those two guys dominated in the trenches. When you looked at our game and you looked at real life, where it really broke
Yeah, see,
down
they
was,
still have the
you
same
know,
score
when it's
bug,
goal
but this
line
is
on
beta
goal line,
footage,
big
so I wouldn't
run,
expect that score bug to be the final
personnel.
product.
It just didn't look like what you see on
Or they
Saturday
could
and
have
Sunday.
multiple in the way that Madden did, and
Now,
this is just one of the generic
we've
ones.
got brand new 2-player, 3-player, 4-player animations. We've got cut blocking, submarine techniques to really make it so you have to earn every yard inside those situations. My boy Kurt over here just says, yeah, it feels a lot heavier now. It's a different experience to really get those 4th and 2s, 4th and 1s. And when you talk about inside the trenches, there's nothing like the quarterback sneak. And you say, what the hell am I looking at here? Yep, you got a QB.
Here we
beater.
go. I
You
love
see the
this.
green. Let's talk about the green. The green all comes in. The first thing that we look at is your center, your 2 guards, and then your quarterback. And then we'd say, all right, we're going to take those ratings and we're going to compare them. Do you have anybody in a zero technique? Are both A gaps filled?
I love that. I absolutely love that addition. I hope that's in college football as
Is it
well.
a long 4th and 1? Is home field advantage rocking? What type of scenario is really at play here? But the point being,
They're not really pushing him though. That's just the line just kind of falls down and he gets like it just kind of climbs over him.
Is excited. We got to love the trenches. And you know the motto, if it's in the game, it's in the game, baby. The tush push. It's made its way to Madden NFL 27. Probably maybe only Philly fans are happy about that.
That seems to be the only clip of the actual tush push. I'm hoping it's not just an Eagles exclusive.
Simheads, rejoice. What you've been asking for. Home field advantage is back.
Yes, good deal. That's very important.
You asked. You're going to see a decimal meter that represents the crowd volume. It was imperative that we made Kansas City or Arrowhead really feel like Arrowhead. And Arrowhead should feel different in November than it does in January.
Yes.
And that is exactly what's going to come when you play your game in here in a few. And nothing screams home field advantage like dynamic weather. I know you guys are excited about dynamic weather.
Oh?
But that situation that changed the game in the AFC Championship game where it was clear and then it was nothing but snow flurries in the second half, that can happen in your game.
That's
as
beautiful.
Well. But keep in mind, as the weather gets worse, the gameplay only gets tougher. So
I
good
love
luck
that.
with that.
I'm so glad to see that they're bringing it.
All right, let's getting to play your way.
And I hope it's both college and Madden and not just Madden because they only showed us footage from Madden.
Catching for years, whether it's the toe drag swag, the catch in traffic, trying to moss somebody, that has all been subject to ratings until now. And let's talk about what you're dealing with here. Red, you're too late. You dropped it. All right, take your ass back to the huddle. Let's get to a new play. Next, we're slightly early. When it goes into early, we're back into ratings. And the size of your yellow depends on how good your receiver is. And then there's green. You know my background. You know the kids love greens, right? But here's the thing with the greens.
Yeah,
the
we love
greens
greens,
are
collard
dynamic.
greens,
This all
green
depends on the
beans.
situation. How good is your receiver? Who's covering them? How covered is he?
So that's interesting. A new catching meter, much different than what it was last year.
Now, for the first time ever, the choice is yours. And then what else I love it? Oh, gee, I can't catch the ball, man. Your game's broke. Fix your game, man. Okay, well, go turn the setting on, pal. Here you go. Go have at it.
Glad that they have the ability to enable and disable that.
Sides of the ball. So you want to clamp up and then hit your
So it's in both college and Madden. All right, I like that. It makes it feel more realistic.
All right, now we're moving on to custom adjustments. Some of you out here tried to leak it. You tried. No, winners win out here. There's only so much you're going to be able to do, right? There's a lot more meat on those bones, right? Custom adjustments are about giving players their own unique football.
I love this.
Every Saturday and Sunday, there's a call. They're going to a combo call. There's a big macro that has multiple adjustments on one call, and now you can do that here. You're going to go into your custom adjustments. You're going to create your custom adjustment. Everything that we've ever had at pre-snap or at coaching adjustment is available to you. From there, you name it, and you can make up to 20 on offense, and then make 20
I hope
on
that this is, because this looks like Madden, I hope that's in college football too.
You can only go into game with 10. 10 on offense and 10 on defense. Okay? Now I've made a custom adjustment. How do I call it? Well, look at your favorite play, figure out which one you're going to call. We're looking at
I like the Rams logo on that score bug.
You just hold down that button right next to your stunts and twists. There's your macro. That's your custom adjustment right there.
That's so cool. That is so
Then let's say
so important.
Come out and
That
pregame,
is
and someone's running
huge.
some type of cheese. You go, okay, well, I got something for this. I'm going to tap L1. L1 is our custom adjustment button. You go there, you hit L1 and call whatever one you got.
Oh,
right?
so
You
many
got
people are going to
download the
cheese the
view,
hell
you
out of
got all
that.
the options you
Oh
want,
my God, that
right?
makes
All
defense
right, we're
so
starting to
much
cook
more
here.
important.
So now, typically, I'm going to press my DBs up. I'm going to pinch my line, show blitz. I would have went through multiple different stages just to get to this.
That's right.
Now I've got it all in
Because
two.
in the pre-play adjustments, you're trying to go, okay, I
Cut
need
out
to,
a
you know,
fence. You
change
know
this to
it's hot.
zone. Got to make sure this guy's covering
Winners
this
win.
guy.
We
Got to
don't
make
play
sure this
around
is,
with
you know,
this,
trying to make sure that you get all that, and then boom, the the ball snapped and you didn't get everything you needed. That is so important to be able to have everything set before the play starts or right when the play's starting, instead of having to swiftly go through everything as much as you can because you don't have enough time to.
Who play it and they're sitting next to their buddy. Dude, I know you're scrambling. I know you're running. I know you are. How do I stop it? Right? And you don't want to deal with the sweat fest. Rob Jones does not want to deal with the sweat fest at the line of scrimmage. So therefore, he just hits L1, presses A. Now he's got both ends in contain. He's got a QB spy.
Oh, that's
and
so
we are
amazing.
clamping up that quarterback scramble. Ben Kurt, we're loving that, aren't you, buddy? Yep, shout it out to it. All right, this is everything. You got all these types of defaults on offense and defense. You've never had control at this level before.
Man,
All
that's
right,
so
now
nice.
you've heard a bunch of different features.
Because
right?
I
And now
myself
what should
will
you expect?
legitimately get mad because I can't be able to
When
get
it comes
everything
on
done
the
before the
sticks
actual
between
play
Madden and
starts.
college football, college is still all about wide open gameplay, being loose in control, making those big plays, those side-to-side plays like one of my favorites, Reggie Bush. And then you look at Madden, it's all about everybody's fast in the NFL. It's tight, it's pro-level precision. Playbooks. It's the wide splits in Tennessee and Oklahoma. It's about spread, being more variety. Tempo is everything. Here, it's about the deeper schemes, more compressed, chest level strategy. The smarter game, the smarter game is over at Madden football. And then you look at coverage, base shells, bigger wind differentiation, bit more zone windows. In the NFL, you're talking simulated pressures, disguised looks, and just overall smarter adjustments.
You know, them doing this is like really underselling college football. They're kind of just like, look at this Madden. It's a big boys game, and then college football is a little boys game. That's it's kind of like what they're trying to push it to look like.
AI play, we got base progressions. These are student athletes, even though we got our guy Dante Moore here, who is one hell of a player. And then you look at here, my guy Matt Stafford. At that level, these guys are surgeons. This is what you're going to see when you pick up the sticks on Madden 27. And then abilities. In college,
I'm glad that they're making it feel like two different games, because it's not a Madden reskin, and it hasn't been the last 2 years.
They're unlimited.
Shut those rumors down before the games even came out.
Again, stars feeling like stars. And then there's home field advantage, where you're in Death Valley and it's an actual weapon, or you're going into Arrowhead and you got to execute under pressure.
I'd say it's a dub.
There is a lot of things coming, and I cannot wait. This is the smartest football game we have ever made. It is the most authentic football game we have ever made, and it's the most control you have ever
Oh, it's all right, Dragonstorm. I know what you meant. I was thinking it in my head too.
It is one game of football, but these are two totally different experiences, and I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on this thing. I need you guys just to lock in, and I'll see you guys in a few weeks. Winners win, and I'm out. Much love to everybody. Back to you, Nick.
Man, those pre-play adjustments, being able to save them into presets is so important. I'll go ahead and mute him so that way I can not have to talk over him. That's very important because, you know, when I play against my dad, I know exactly the type of player that he is. I know the exact type of player that Fridge is when I play him. I know the same type of player that Harkin is in the chat when I play against him. So I have to prepare for different things against different teams that they play with, or the different people that I play against, and being able to have those defensive set packages to be, and offense as well, to be able to have that all just prepared and set. Oh, it's Kurt. Have that all ready for you immediately in the pre-play. That's amazing, because you can make the wrong thing, the wrong choice when you're trying to speed it up and get it all done in a very timely manner, and you mess it up, and someone just got left open on, you know, something that you accidentally set. Like, let's say you accidentally set your man to zone and a man just got wide open on the offense, and it's like, oh, well, darn it, I didn't mean to click that because I was just trying to get it in such a hurry. Now you won't have that issue now that we have what looks like to be like custom preset adjustments. And that's huge. That's absolutely huge.
That's home. To take us through Dynasty, we've got none other than Christian McLeod, a former Michigan State Spartan like myself and production director for College Football 27.
Dynasty. This is what I'm the most interested in.
It is so exciting to be here in Chicago, a great hub of the Big Ten. And how about a big round of applause? All the mascots out there today, great Big Ten representation. Saw a little Albert the Gator, Raider Red. You guys are cool too.
It's not Albert. Oh, wait, it is Albert. Alabama's Big Al. Yeah.
Better, but,
shout out Albert Gator and Alberta Gator. Those of you that know, there's a female Albert.
Years is a way to create the unsolvable puzzle in Dynasty mode. It started in College Football 25 and 26 with the introduction and refinement of coach archetypes and skill trees. Balancing that with coordinators to create an RPG-like system.
I liked that. I just felt like it was so limited. You can only get so many levels.
For the last 3 years, we've had a vision for Dynasty to create the unsolvable puzzle for you, the fans, where every Dynasty, every season, every school feels different and evolves over time, truly giving you 138 ways to play. Now for College Football 27, we're introducing the single biggest change to Dynasty mode.
Yeah, I'm ready to see what this Dynasty Blueprint stuff is. I'm turning this up.
Dynasty Blueprint is a full program management system that allows you to use a Dynasty points budget.
Recruiting NIL, managed facilities, managed staff.
Utilize on the points on the recruiting trail in the form of NIL. But before we dive too deep into Dynasty Blueprint, we need to talk about the ultimate wild card in the system, and it's the personality and expectations of each school's athletic director. Each school...
Whoa, that looks amazing.
Each school will have a different demeanor, with each demeanor impacting how difficult passing or failing an expectation.
Oh, I love that.
Be. There's hundreds of expectations ranging from winning on the field and the recruiting trail to developing and maintaining facilities, and even some school-specific goals that are ingrained in the very identity of those schools. So if you are Ohio State, you better beat Michigan every single year to stay off the hot seat.
I love this.
Ensuring you're meeting
this
your
is
goals
so important
and your 80 expectations. It's going to be
because they had
key to
these in
sticking
14.
around, because you want to think, or you might have to think twice about jobs in the coaching carousel. So do you have the right coaching archetype to get the job done? Are the expectations too high based on your career level? Does the school's AD have a different vision for the program that you want to build? This is what's going to set your Dynasty Blueprint in motion. And what makes it even cooler, these are dynamic. They're going to change season to season.
Good deal.
Success and failure. So you've selected your team. You manage your AD expectations. You're going to be asked to allocate some of your budget to your team support staff. Coordinators will already be on your staff in year one. They can be hired once you get to the carousel in the offseason. We'll get to that in a little bit. But this is where you're going to add a variety of staff that can assist with accruing more Dynasty points, helping with recruiting, increasing player progression, or potentially reducing NIL asks. Keep in mind, though, these skills all work as a multiplier or a potential counterbalance to your coaching archetype. So choosing the proper mix of staff based on your skill tree and your coordinators is going to be key. And based on overwhelming community feedback, once you get to the offseason, you are now able to offer any coach or coordinator a job. It's good. It's exciting. This is
Love
what
that.
Mills, you wanted this, right? Expected Dynasty point values are going to be based on the coach and your school. So you don't just expect to go in there, throw a giant bag of Dynasty points at somebody and expect them to sign with your team. But more on that later. We're going to talk about the coaching carousel in a little bit. Next up, facilities. Facilities control how much XP your players are going to accrue, with each level also unlocking equipment slots. These slots are going to allow you to reduce injuries, reduce wear and tear, increase season health, and extend the life of your facilities.
Love that.
That's right. Facilities degrade over time. So not just
like
important
real
that you
life.
increase your facilities if you want to ensure your players are performing at the best, but you're also going to want to make sure that you budget enough to maintain those
Oh, this is
facilities
so
or
cool.
risk potentially losing players to injury or on the recruiting trail as your facility grade drops. The final place where you're going to spend your budget is around NIL for recruits, players already on your team, and in the transfer portal. You're going to be able to use NIL to help bring in high school recruits, but not all recruits will require NIL.
Interesting.
These are going to be dependent on your school's prestige, proximity to the recruit, and also the school grades.
You can, but I don't like to
All
turn
of
it
these
off.
will determine the desired NIL of the player at your school. Important. NIL is not an instant win mechanic on the recruiting trail. It's a scholarship bonus that can be increased or decreased depending on how you're trending with that recruit.
Oh,
It's still important that you
interesting.
hit on your recruit's perfect pitch, visits, deal breakers, if you want to lock that player into a committed state. You can also adjust your offers as recruiting boards begin to take shape, but be careful. You may upset your recruit and cause them to flip on you. Even more important than ever is we have a brand new recruiting mechanic in College Football 27. Verbal commits. Big time. We're
Yes.
excited about this.
Yes. I
Verbal
love this.
commits are going to add a risk-reward mechanic to recruiting and also change how you
I
allocate
disagree.
your NIL bonuses. Don't think that once you've got a verbal, you can reallocate NIL.
Personally,
or stop
at least.
recruiting, because that player could potentially decommit, flip on you, go somewhere else.
I love that because
NIL
that wasn't
also
really
needs to be
explored a
managed
lot
at
in
the end of the
26.
season on your current roster. Players' NIL asks will fluctuate based on star ratings, overall performance, if they won awards. You need to ensure you're correctly budgeting for NIL roster fluctuations, and that can be the difference between retaining players in the offseason or potentially losing emerging stars based on their dynamic deal breakers. Building your program and
Here we
budgeting
go.
your
This is
dynasty
important.
points wisely
Coaching
all
carousel.
culminates in the new coaching carousel for College Football 27. We're very excited about this one. New this year, you're going to be able to express interest in schools even if they're not on the top candidates list. No more 6 schools only. You can throw your hat into the ring.
I like that.
But
Express
be
interest.
careful.
I love that.
Expressing interest in too many schools is going to impact your coach stability grade if you stay at your current school.
Ah.
And as mentioned earlier, you
Your
now
actions
have
have
the ability to make offers
consequences.
to coaches across the country at various different coach levels, not just a preset of interested coaches. And dynasty points can be used to sweeten that pot and increase that interest, making up to 6 offers per coordinator,
Oh, wow.
allowing you to lock in that program changing hire. So we are excited and incredibly excited, actually, to see all of the battles that break out in online dynasties.
Mhm.
Who's going to be battling for those coordinators?
That's
And,
going to be
you know,
really huge.
yeah, just super pumped about that whole situation. But that is not all. Outside of Dynasty Blueprint, we have added much more to Dynasty. We have added wear and tear management. Super exciting here.
Good deal.
We
See?
have added, based on community feedback, expanded league history.
Whoa.
To the
Information on the
1800s now, and take a look
Pac-10?
at league history.
Whoa.
Expanded team historical stats.
Yes. Yes.
Coach mode is now in Dynasty. mode.
Yes. Yes. Let's go. Coach mode is back.
User selection crowd change
yes!
before you go into your Dynasty games.
Crowd
Very
patterns.
exciting. And stadium building.
Oh
Team building.
my gosh.
And one quick note on this as well, you will be able to edit your teams in Team Builder at the start of every single Dynasty year.
Oh.
So no more one and dones.
Oh my gosh.
This was an absolutely huge year for Dynasty.
Let's
Our
get
team
some
in
W's
Orlando
in the
could not
chat
be
for
more
that. That
excited to
is
give you this program management
absolutely
sandbox to see all the different
insane.
ways you're going to build your programs on the quest for a national championship.
That's
Dynasty is
insane.
one of those modes where everybody has a story. Maybe you're taking over a powerhouse. Maybe you're building up
Wow.
a small school. Maybe you're chasing that perfect recruiting class. And this year,
Stadium
looks like there are
builder,
even more layers to what it means
being
to
able to
actually run a program.
choose
So let's bring in someone who
what your
lives and
crowd is in, like the checkerboards or whatever. Hey, good. Hey, it's
Now,
board
first of all,
up.
are you happy you're not playing a cover athlete?
I am so
Great
thankful.
friend
I
of the
figured
channel
I
right
still
there.
lose to the computer. It is what it is.
Well,
but
Let me ask you: have you picked out the school you're going with next year? Can you give us a
I
little
have
spoiler?
no idea.
Yeah,
I
okay,
haven't
no
even
spoilers.
started counting down yet,
No
so
spoilers.
we got a long way to go.
As somebody who lives and breathes this mode, what
Yes,
are you
sir.
most excited about from what you saw in that presentation?
Definitely just having to manage the budget and be able to really struggle with the small school. I want to struggle.
Wow.
I'm the difference maker between like Kent State versus Ohio State. Got like a 25x different in budget.
Yeah, I
It's gonna be
remember that
very
too,
hard.
Dragon
Might
Storm.
take
We had a
20 years.
personal
I don't know
conversation
yet,
about
but
that when it happened.
Scary. I'm
And
excited to get
by the
into
way,
it.
as a content guy, once
Yes,
that
sir.
5-star
We love
recruit
Bordeaux over here.
decommits,
I actually
you're
got to
gonna have
talk
a
to him the
video.
other
You're gonna
day.
have to do a press conference for that one.
I might have to just lose my mind.
That is
And
a
also, when they come
huge
back and they're
upgrade.
asking
Like,
for
that
twice as
is-
much money. That is also really frustrating.
That was
Hey, I
so
can't wait to
desperately
see. I know
needed.
we're going to get the tweets coming out about what team you're choosing, so I can't wait to see who you
Absolutely.
choose. I appreciate you hanging out
Yes,
with
sir.
us. So let's shift from building a program to building a player. This is Road to
Okay,
Glory.
Road to Glory. I hope that they have changed the high school experience because last year's was very underwhelming.
Road to Glory has always been a mode that's been rooted in meaningful decisions and managing your potential. Every player
hope it's for
enters a
everyone,
road to
but I
glory,
don't know
talent
about
and
that.
opportunity, but talent
But we
alone
do know it's
does
for Team
not
Builder.
define a career. This year, Road to Glory is all about how you can maximize that talent and your journey through high school to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
It begins with an
this is what I
all-new way
said
of
in
building
25 was 25 was the base game,
excited to
26 was
announce
going to
that
be the
dream
extras,
position
and then
coming to Road
27 was
Glory
going to be
this
the big
year.
one.
Edge
Here we go.
rusher,
Edge,
tight
tight
end,
end, and free safety. Would have liked to have seen defensive tackle and
Also
kicker
new
and all sort of
this
different
year,
things.
right, is how you're going to build your player. You got a
Interesting.
decision point to make. Do you try to become a one of one, or do you use a legend template?
A legend template.
If you choose
Not
to
gonna
go the
look
one-on-one
more-
route, you're going to
Okay.
be tasked with allocating your skill points to create your rating caps. Once you get to college, you will be able to upgrade individual attributes. There will
Oh,
also be opportunities
wow.
for cap breakers that you can truly make you one of one and one of the best players in college football of all time. You can also choose a legend template.
Oh,
This is going to allow you to set a
my
base archetype
God.
based on college football greats.
Oh my God.
Cap breakers are also in play here, so if you're looking to take a Legends ratings to the next level, you can.
Oh
So we
my
talked
God.
about rooting the mode in meaningful decisions. So new this year, we're going to be tracking those decisions throughout your career through what we're calling Legacy Score. Legacy Score is a collection of meaningful moments in your career, and it starts with your star rating in high school.
Oh
It's
my
gonna ladder
gosh.
all the way through another new addition, which is your NFL draft score. Every game you play, every play you make, every award you win adds up on your legacy score and is going to move you up the draft boards. The journey still begins in high school this year. Players loved high school. They said it was fast fun. We heard the feedback, but we also heard the feedback that you did not feel you were being rewarded enough for base mechanics and objectives. We've rooted those objectives in situations and teaching the mechanics of the positions, while also adding hundreds of new team impacts to make you feel way more rewarded.
Not a
with
big fan
positive
of that.
plays. Also new to College Football 27 is the ability to import team builder teams into high school for all of your opponents and for your college teams.
Love that. I know you could only do it for your own team last
College
year. That I
practice
do
has been
like.
completely reworked. We have over 100 new football fundamentals and drills
Good
available to
deal,
teach
because I
games,
felt like it got
earn your
really
player
repetitive
XP,
with
and reward your
practices.
stick skills. Off the field, a new fitness meter has been added,
Okay.
impacting your players' XP, multipliers, weight, ratings increases and decreases. You're going to have to balance that fitness because off the field, we have over 100 new scenarios. Audrey may be coming back. Spoiler alert. Many are going to throw curveballs that your players are going to have to manage on their quest for the Heisman, the national championship, or the #1 overall pick in the upcoming draft.
Wow.
But you cannot forget about the classroom.
Mhm. That's
New to College
important.
Football
I
27
love
are
this.
tests
This
and quizzes, actual
this is
tests and
cool.
quizzes. So depending on how prepared you are, your academic meter is going to impact
Oh
how hard the
my
test is going to be.
gosh, this is so
Feel free
cool.
to spend time on the practice
This is
field and win
really
your
cool.
tests, but if you have a big geology test coming up, you may need to spend some time hitting the books to ensure you're academically eligible. These are actually very hard and very fun. The transfer portal also completely overhauled. We have brand new coach interactions. We have deeper context
NIL
around
packages
schools
from
providing you
different
offers,
coaches for you.
or your
Oh
coach may
my gosh.
potentially ask you to leave the school. It could happen as well. And if you manage your time and energy successfully on and off the field, you may just have the chance to be invited to New York for the penultimate award in college football, the Heisman Trophy celebration. Road to Glory in College Football 27 is the culmination of a 3-year vision where we wanted to give users the ability to craft their own legacy through meaningful decisions. We cannot wait to see the archetypes created by the community and watch the content created by you, the fans.
Hey, that's me.
The journey doesn't stop in college. There's much more waiting for you and your player when they make it to the NFL.
Dynasty is about building the program.
Wow.
Road to Glory is about building you. This is where the college football journey.
Wow, wow, wee wah. Holy cow. I would drop more than $70 on this for a standard edition. That's a lot of. The only gripe that I have is it's still objective based for Road to Glory rather than just full games like it was in 14. Other than that, it's a huge W. Like being able to be offered like from different coaches, different packages of NIL of like, hey, come to my team, we'll give you this. No, come to our team and we'll give you this. We're offering better than that. It's like real life. The introduction of the Heisman ceremony is insanely important. Like, this is all huge.
The way he played the game, the way he was competitive, the way he moved the ball down the field, I feel like I was model my game after him.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Malachi, those big moments, they play so well in the game. Do you feel like those big moments are something that adds to your legacy as a player when you're able to make a moment that makes it on SportsCenter Top 10?
Yeah, I feel like big moments shape you as a player because pressure is a privilege. Pressure is a privilege. And some players rise up to the occasion and some don't. But one moment or play don't define you as a player.
All right, Q1, I got to ask you the hard question. You can pick a lot. We got new players, new positions you can choose in Road to Glory this year. If you weren't a running back, what position are you playing?
I'd probably play like nickel, safety, something like that.
You'd be looking at center field out there. You'd be ready to lay some lumber out there.
Yeah.
Our cover athletes up here, gentlemen. Congratulations on making the cover, and good luck this year.
They made some good
That's
choices
exactly
for cover
what we're
athletes this
capturing
year.
in Road to Glory, those same decisions, those same trade-offs, playing out every step of your journey. And that's what makes the experience so powerful.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Everything
saying,
you
Nate.
do
Like,
here
why
carries
keep the
forward.
objectives-based high
college,
school if the
to the
community
NFL.
did not like it?
Let's take a look at what happens
That's.
when that journey
I
continues at the
understand
next
that they're
level.
trying to
This is
teach it
Superstar.
as a tutorial for your position, but we know how to play the game. If you're buying this game, you've played a football game before. Like, I don't think that there's much that you need to learn in the tutorial. It should not be objective based.
My name is Clint Oldenburg. I'm a production director for Madden NFL. It is great to be here in Chicago, home of the Bears. We get to talk some football tonight. What could be better than that? But before I dive
Hey,
into
sad
Superstar,
Dolphins
I
fan,
do
there's
wanna
still
give a
some more
shout
college
out
stuff to
the
be announced. They're just
development
bouncing back
teams
and forth
from
between
Tiburon.
college and
Around
Madden.
the world watching tonight, they are still putting the finishing touches on these games. They're working from Victoria, Austin, Madrid, and Orlando. Please join me in giving the team a round of applause.
I'm still interested in Madden stuff because I will play it.
All right, let's dive into Superstar. Okay. Like Christian said, you're coming in to the NFL from college. You've made it to the league. What you build in
Presentation,
college acts as the foundation
sights
for
and
the next level.
sounds, mascot
And in
mashup,
Superstar, that starts with your skill set and your draft grade.
equipment.
But any NFL player will tell you, getting drafted is just the beginning. It's not about just getting here. It's about what you do once you arrive. In addition to our existing 5 positions, Superstar has more ways to play this year. Just like in Road to Glory, you can continue your path across 3 new positions, including tight end, free safety, and edge rusher. So now you're here. In Superstar, the journey is just as important as the destination. And this journey is about becoming the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Every decision and every performance will shape your legacy, testing whether you have what it takes to get to Canton. For us this year, everything starts with progression. How your career develops is based
I
on the
feel you.
decisions you
I feel
make
you,
both
sad
on
Dolphins fan.
and off the field. We've brought more depth and authenticity while giving you more control over how you build your player. And the better you play, the more you'll earn influence within your league. To deepen progression, we've added new skill trees. You'll customize your development across your core skills, physicals, mentals, and abilities. And as Christian said on college, eventually cap breakers, becoming the exact player that you want to be.
Man, I can't
But those
stop
skills and
thinking about
abilities
that.
only matter
I
if
gotta-
they have a meaningful impact.
I gotta mute this because I want to go back and talk about some of the college stuff. I like the idea of like selecting a legend archetype, like Tim Tebow. I saw was in there. Johnny Manziel, Pat White. That's very, very cool. It reminds me a bit of the old Heisman mode that was in NCAA 13 and 14, where you could go back and play a season and attempt to win the Heisman and, you know, get the XP points and match the records or try and beat them of former Heisman winners, and being able to implement that in a similar way in Road to Glory, where you can build your player archetype just like the real life players. Like that's huge. If you're wanting to do a custom one, that's cool. But if you're wanting to match your player in the same way and build that another player was, like a Tim Tebow, that's important, because, you know, not a lot of people are going to be able to just look at it and be like, pre or pure runner, this height, this weight, whatever. But you can look at like a Tim Tebow preset and be like, okay, this is who I want to model my player as for every position: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. I can't wait to see what the tight end archetypes are in there. I'm sure we'll see some big names in there from NFL, maybe Travis Kelce, something like that, maybe Gronkowski. Man, that's insanely huge. That is very big. And, you know, like I said earlier with Road to Glory, the biggest gripe that I had last year was it just felt boring. It just felt like it was thrown together and it was like, fine, here's high school. They lazily did it. And it was the objectives. And I'm not happy to see that the objective-based high school is returning. But the improvements made across Road to Glory are significant enough that the objective-based part of high school is not going to be as annoying as it was last year, when you have more and other new stuff to look forward to in that game mode. But you're right. Sadly, no kicker in Road to Glory. I didn't expect it, honestly. But, you know, I really wanted to see it, of course. But that whole overhaul for Dynasty and Road to Glory, man, like this is the college football game now. This is huge. And I can't wait to actually start playing these on the channel in live streams and
At your
videos.
position, the true GOATs of the NFL. But your status is dynamic. It can fall just as fast as it rises. So stay focused. You're not just trying to fill the stat sheet. You're chasing NFL immortality. So to close, relationships matter. Every
Wow,
decision
ending it at the
shapes
Hall
your
of
career.
Fame.
Every performance shapes your legacy. The question is, do you have what it takes to earn your gold jacket?
Now we're getting into Superstar, and this is where the career really starts. Draft night is the first big moment, but after that, it's about how you grow, how you perform, and how you become the kind of player the league has to pay attention to. And to talk about that, we had to bring in someone who knows all about becoming must-watch, the legend, none other than Chad Johnson being here with us.
Hey, Ocho Cinco.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate that. Matter of fact, thank you for having me here to be a part of all of this.
Dude, of course.
You know why?
Why?
Because I'm the greatest Madden player of all time.
He said it. He said it. You'll out in the online streets, you can challenge him. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
We've got these new boss battles.
To y'all in the chat talking about score bugs, I'm sure we're going to get new ones.
Maybe brought the best out of you, made you rethink how you played the game.
Would be greatly disappointed if there isn't. I just think that they're keeping last year's and adding new ones. They just haven't shown them yet. In the same way they did it for Madden last year. Because I think the generic score bug in Madden 25 and 26 were the same, but they added the Sunday night, Thursday night, and Monday night primetime score bugs and presentations.
Any part. I just want to put my cleats on
And kept the original.
We've got this new GOAT tracker in
Yes.
the Superstar mode, and we talk about the GOATs of the game, guys like the Tom Brady's of the world. What separates the GOATs from the really goods.
You know what the funny thing about it is?
Yeah, I understand. Not every game is optimized on release, but
everybody's quick. Everybody can run. Everybody.
I'm sure most of it will. You know, it takes time and refinement to get these things, but the fact that they're pumping all this stuff into it for the third year for college, that's crazy. Like there is much. Hold on. No offense to these two to mute them, but there is so much more being added to 27 than there was added to 26 from 25. So the jump from 26 to 27 is bigger than 25 to 26. I don't really think we need sound for this. Is that RG3? Here we go. Franchise information. Some of you guys are interested in this.
All right. Let's talk about the most played mode in Madden. Franchise. So we're going to set the stage first. We're going to put you on the hot seat. Day one, running the Chicago Bears, just like our friend Vince here that you saw earlier. You've locked up your franchise quarterback. Now everything else is on you. Building your
Also, if you're in the chat and you haven't liked or subscribed yet, make sure you do. It really helps out the channel.
What decisions will you make? The first thing you immediately realize, when you make those decisions, you must be ready to handle the impact. This year in franchise, you're not managing a spreadsheet. You're managing people. Franchise is now built.
The Dynasty stuff for college actually looks new and great. So much new stuff that people have been asking for. Exactly, Landon. Like I'm really excited for that, dude. And I know you'll be playing it a lot too. Shout out to Landon, by the way. Great friend of the channel.
Just like real humans.
Oh man, I'm so excited. Like I want this game now. Like I'm so jealous.
Which are new traits that impact the culture of your team, from players' attitudes to contract.
Players have necks.
To roster demands. And every reaction.
Madden 22 and 23 was like that in a way. 23 had the same score bug with a few tweaks. That's it. Interesting. Yeah, I did notice that they didn't really change it along the way. But, you know, 25 and 26 had different scoreboard or score bugs. So I just kind of expect new ones or a change in 27.
All the events coming from the Persona engine are delivered through the new weekly hub and emergent actions, where you can see your franchise reacting in real time.
Whoa, is that an ESPN?
Fast,
did they sign a deal with ESPN for Madden?
This is the front door to your franchise.
One thing I don't like is that linemen still like Burger King employees.
And the other teams are making each week for both human and AI controlled teams. There's no scripts here. No two leagues play out the same.
Yeah, this you're right. This does show that like every 2 years they're really focusing on improving the game rather than just pumping out the same stuff every year. There needs to be changes, and it seems that EA is finally realizing like, hey, we're going to be dead in the water if we don't actually start making these huge changes that differentiate 26 from 27.
Player that can turn a contender into the favorite overnight. Rams fans, stop me if you've heard this one recently. You decide to go all in. You trade multiple first-round picks for all-world pass rusher Max Crosby. That one decision doesn't just change your roster. It changes the entire league. Your locker room reacts. Your former starting edge is probably unhappy. Your salary cap tightens for the future. And the league responds.
It might only be the ESPN license, I guess, for just news. I don't know. We'll have to see more.
People management go beyond making big trades. One of the most fun new mini games within the Persona engine is our all-new interactive negotiation mechanic. To negotiate like a pro, you must know the player you're working with and balance his needs with what's best for the team. Players can push back, hold out, demand more.
Sure, I think they felt somewhat invincible up until now. Props to everyone in the community for making their voices heard and forcing changes. Exactly. Like, that it's very important to have EA know that, like, hey, these things need to be different. Like, yeah. I thought ESPN was in 26, but I just haven't played near as much of it. I played like Madden, like 1/7 of the amount I've played college
Great
football.
player, all pro. He's got a year or two left on his contract, and he's coming.
So I'm hoping there's more than just this little bit right here. Oh, it won't show the cursor on the screen. Is there a way I can change that?
So this is the negotiation screen. This is where you're going to land. If you direct your eyes up to the
I don't
top,
think I can, but you guys knew what I meant.
those are the deal breakers.
It gives it a step up in the realization or the realism department, even for just news. Amen to that.
Coming to you, he wants a little bit more contract value up front, so we're going to give him that first 5%.
Makes me wonder how much they're going to go into it in 27, and I hope it's in 20 and in college football as well, not just
These are
Madden.
the conversations that are happening in this minigame. And this is the really important part. You've got to balance. This is a time-based minigame. You've got to balance how quickly his patience runs out versus how interested he is in the contract offer that you're giving him. And these are the decision options. These are the ways you as the coach or the GM are going to push the conversation forward. And these are going to be dynamic every round of the negotiation based on what he's asking for and what's best for the team. If you take your eyes up to the upper right corner again, this is the persona DNA that I talked about. If you look at the top one,
I'm pretty sure you guys know each
that's the
other.
dynamic one. Right now, he wants a contract extension. That's what it's telling you. And then you've got to look at his persona DNA to figure out what's important to him as a player.
Shefty in 27 would be cool. Isn't he already in it though?
Preview. I'm not going to lock
In
it.
26? I
What
could
if
have sworn he
hold
was.
firm? What if I don't give Thuney his deal? We believe that number works for both sides. It respects you and keeps us where we need to be as a team. Like Kurt said, like I said, linemen are people. Linemen are important.
Yes,
We're not gonna
linemen
do
are
that.
people. And the 1 year that I played football, I was a lineman.
That
No?
15% bonus
Who was
because
it
I
in
want this
26
guy on
then?
my team to go win a Super Bowl with the Chicago Bears. We're going to give him more guaranteed money to extend his contract.
Hopefully this ESPN thing actually bleeds into college by adding things like college game day. Having game day on your campus is a huge deal. IRL, exactly. And if adding things to make it feel more real is exactly what these games need.
There's many of these
Lineman forever. Amen, Brandon.
within your league. And to make negotiations feel even more real, we've added tools fans have demanded: holdouts, incentives, no trade clauses, trade demands. Come on, Mills. Come on, Mills. Tools that allow you ultimate agency in your decision making. And one additional detail: you can delegate any emergent action or negotiation to your staff at any time.
I like that.
But know that every decision
That you
make
can
will
delegate
have
them.
consequences. And speaking of staff, we've also begun adding real-life
Soft Drink's
coordinators in
probably going to
franchise.
love
You'll
this.
see them come up on the sideline and
Me
the booth,
too, Doge Cheese.
along with more depth to our coach DNA systems. So your staff will play just as big a role in your success as your players, and add more longevity and authenticity to your league. Real-life coordinators only scratches the surface of how we're delivering for our community's wish list. I got to take a deep breath for this next slide.
Uh-oh.
In addition to the negotiation tools I've already mentioned, the Persona Engine brings so much more.
Player holdouts.
Holdouts.
Rookie free agents.
free agents,
Restricted free agents. Free agent frenzy. All franchise tags. Transition tags. Undrafted rookie free agents. Super Sim playbooks. Coach mode. Weekly recap 2.0. A halftime show and college archetype.
Halftime show.
Halftime show and weekly recap. That's important. And in coach mode too. Like I was fussing trying to play 26 a couple of weeks ago because I wanted to play a coach mode, but you can only the only way you could do it in 26 is just by turning on auto pass. You see even in the booth.
Built on the back of our innovative new Persona Engine.
Halftime show is important.
Franchise is now a living, breathing ecosystem. Every decision you make can create a ripple effect of dynamic reactions.
As it should.
From building your roster, to managing your players, to hoisting the Lombardi Trophy.
Man, what a great time for me to come back. Like I came back in a perfect time for possibly the greatest college football game of all time. What's looking like to be a really fun Madden.
You've just built a team around Chicago Bears quarterback and the Madden NFL 27 cover athlete, Caleb Williams. Caleb, great to have you with us. How's today been for you? This had to be exciting.
Yeah, no, this is fun times, childhood dream, and can't wait to play it myself.
What does it mean to you to be a Madden cover athlete?
Yeah, like I said, it was a childhood dream.
Caleb, please put the microphone closer to your face.
A lot of hard work to be put into this game, but also a lot of hard work that I've put in to be in this position. And so to combine those two things, I'm really excited to be on the cover. And
You can barely hear him.
excited for a historic moment for myself and Chicago Bears.
Let me put you in the minds of a GM. I know you're busy playing quarterback, but if
Yeah.
you're building a team,
Yep.
where are you starting? Are you getting weapons? Are you building offensive line? You starting defense first? What's the first thing you're building?
Yeah, just because if I'm playing the game, I'm probably going offensive line, defense, and then I'm going.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I'll tell you this though, as a guy who lives in Detroit, you're causing a lot of pain for Lions fans out there. So you're going to chill out a little bit, or
No, that's not
okay? All right. I'm sorry, guys. I tried. Caleb, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Congratulations on the cover, my friend.
Thank you.
Let's bring back our very own Sean Grady to talk about a brand new membership program.
Okay, this is what I'm interested in, is this MVP Plus
All right,
membership
everybody, we are in
thing.
the home stretch. Thank you so much for sticking around with us tonight. I do have one more thing for you, and that is today we are introducing a new way to access the full football experience. We know many of you play our games almost every day and buy our game every year, and until now, we haven't had a consistent way to recognize you as our most valued players. So this season, we're introducing a new EA Sports MVP Plus membership. This is a new membership program that gives our most dedicated players more value, more access, and more football for the same price. as
Standard
the
will be
MVP
70, deluxe will be
Now, here's just a
100,
few
MVP
highlights.
bundle will be
Members will be the
150,
first to play
then the
earlier
MVP
than ever
Plus will be
before with
150 a year.
7 days
I mean, you're
early
already
access.
paying 150 a year for the
Members will receive
normal
guaranteed
MVP, so
access
it's
to our
not really
beta
anything
programs.
different.
By the way, that starts tonight for college football after the show, moments away. And members will receive exclusive progression content in some of your
Shit,
favorite
I might
modes,
actually,
like franchise,
excuse
like
me for
Dynasty,
cursing, I didn't mean to do
Madden,
that. I
Pro
might
Football.
actually
And
get this
members will also
tonight just
receive
because I want to
exclusive
play
bonus
it.
content and content throughout each month, an ultimate team to help you build and progress and compete with your fantasy team. All together, this is the most value we've ever offered at launch. And importantly, we're going to continue adding value to the MVP Plus membership. over
Yeah,
time,
I feel you,
so our most
Devonta. I
loyal
remember
fans
when
feel
video games were
rewarded and
$50. I remember when they went up to 60, and I still remember a couple of years ago when they went up to 70 out of nowhere. And before you know it, they're going to be going up to 80 for standard editions.
And again, thank you all for joining us here tonight. We do have our creators starting right after this, so don't go anywhere. I hope you had a great night. This was our opening drive. Thank you to everybody that joined us. Have a great night. Thank you.
Tonight, you've seen what football looks like when everything is connected. From building a program on Saturdays to creating your path as a
All
player,
right.
proving yourself in the NFL to controlling
So
the
it looks
entire
like the
season.
opening
Everything
drive
you
is
do
over.
carries forward. Every decision matters. This is one connected football experience where every mode, every moment, and every decision builds on the last. This is the future of football at EA Sports, where millions of fans don't just watch the game, they build it, live it, and shape where it goes next. This is College Football 27 and Madden NFL 27. Build it, live it, control it. This is your football journey.
You're right. That is a lot of
now,
money
the
to put
moment you've
into
all been waiting
games.
for, your favorite creators and athletes playing the games
Already
earlier than we've
see
ever
Bordeaux
seen them
doing
before,
Kentucky over
live
there.
here in Chicago. Let's look at who we have here, a full array of creators. And I'm going to have some guests up here on the desk as we go. I got
All right, now I'm not going to sit here and watch all that. But man, that is a lot of huge news right there. Wow. I'm going to have to talk to Bordeaux tomorrow about some of these things. If I can reach him, he's probably going to be very busy. But, like, this is huge. There's so many things to talk about. I don't even know where to begin. Like, wow, that's insane. The changes to Road to Glory is important. The complete redo for College Football Dynasty. Like, that's the mode that I play the most, is Dynasty, and the whole redo of all that is so important. Let me see if I can find the deep dives, and we'll get started on reading those. Here we go. Campus Huddle, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Here we go. We got a lot of stuff to get into here. All right. So let me click on that. All right. So I guess we'll start on with building the vision. So I'm going to read this all, And for all of you guys who are coming back, let me know in the comments what you guys thought about that. What was it called? Opening drive right there? Yeah, I don't know what to say either. Like, there's so much to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump into these deep dives on their blog page. Now it says, hello, college football fans. Welcome back to the Campus Huddle, your source for the latest updates straight from the development team. They're going to go into everything here. Building on the vision, it represents 3 years of that original vision. This year, their focus was simple in the direction, but ambitious in execution. They wanted to go big, but not by moving away from what they built. Build your coach. This encompasses the decisions that you make on your coaching journey to the top of the college football world. Blah, blah, blah. Ooh, good screenshot right here. So we have a screenshot of the menu for Dynasty. As you can see, somebody was playing with the Florida Gators. John Summerall up there on the top right. Level 52 they had him at. Week 7 of 2026, they have the Gators at number 24. You can set your weekly practice plans, do recruiting, manage your blueprints, play the game, top stories, such and such. It's going to show you the weather for the game. It's going to tell you the time and the date. Conference clash, tell you the % chance of rain. That is absolutely huge. I love that addition right there. Obviously, you have your members of your Dynasty college football coach team, stats and records, and Dynasty Central. This is what I'm really interested in, athletic director expectations. So if you're trying to appease your athletic director, I hope it's different for it is different for every single team. As you saw, it looked like your athletic director is going to ask you to do different things. Like he talked about, Ohio State beat Michigan every year. Not saying they did in real life, but that's a part of what your athletic director wants you to do is beat Michigan every season. And if you don't, that's going to significantly hurt your grade. And I like that. Things are important. Different things are important at different schools. Like at Ohio State, beating Michigan, winning the Big Ten, making the playoffs. But for a team like Old Dominion, I think your only one is finish bowl eligible, beat Virginia Tech, stuff like that. It's going to be different for every single school. So that's something that I'm really excited to see is your athletic director expectations. Coach Ryan Day, our fans expect excellence right away and will accept nothing else. We hope you're up for the task right here. It says, make the national championship in the next 7 seasons, beat Michigan by 3+ points, be ranked in the top 5 at the end of the regular season. So you see it's different here than it would be for a team like Old Dominion, because Old Dominion doesn't have college football playoff expectations every year like a team like Ohio State does. So it's going to be different and varying across different teams. So you have your school demeanor. Every school will have defined demeanor that dictates how it will respond to success and failure. Failing a key objective can quickly lead to a sharp drop in job security. Meeting expectations may not always provide a massive boost because to that school you're already doing what you were hired to do. Interesting. Okay, if you take over a program that believes it should be competing for championships right now, there is not much patience for a slow build. They expect results and are willing to make changes if those results do not come. That creates a different feel from job to job. Taking over a patient rebuild gives you room to develop your roster, invest in facilities, and build towards long-term goals. Taking over an inpatient contender makes every decision carry more pressure. You may have the result or resources to win quickly, but if you don't, but you also have less time to prove that you are the coach that can get the job done there. That's very important. I do remember in NCAA football 14, we had something to a smaller degree like that when you were signing contracts. You would get these things that would kind of be expected of you to do as your head coach. Program priorities. Alongside demeanor, every school has a set of priorities that define what matters most to that program. Goals and evaluations. I think we've gone over really everything that needs to be said about that part. I do want to look at a lot of the pictures here. Like, look at Virginia Tech. Beat Virginia, win 50% of your conference games, win a bowl game in the next 7 seasons. Virginia Tech obviously isn't a college football playoff contender now, but they said in the opening drive that these things change. So if you turn a team into a top 5 school, those athletic director expectations are going to be higher than when you took the job or when the coach before you took the job. Here we go. Dynasty Blueprint. Ooh, we got more pictures here too. Interesting. I like how they kept up with how it changes over time. So like right here, first year expectations, win a bowl game. Second year, beat Virginia, give up so-and-so amount of yards in one game. You see how they're increasing as the year goes on. And then once you get to this year, be ranked at the top 15 at the end of the season. You know, average at least 30 points per game this season. That really would be a hard one. Athletic director expectations define what success looks like at your school. Dynasty Blueprint is how you plan to get there. So we saw some of this in the deep dive live stream earlier. These are very important. I'm hoping that it's like you win games, you make more points, or you just play them and you win more points. It looks like you can actually get percentages of increasing points depending on like different games that you play. And I'm guessing different requirements that you meet per game could possibly add percentages of extra dynasty points right here. Yeah. Dynasty points are the currency of your blueprint. The amount of dynasty points you earn is driven by several key parts of your school identity, including your conference prestige, brand exposure, stadium atmosphere, and program tradition grades. Schools with stronger brands, bigger stages, richer traditions, and more powerful conference standing will naturally have more resources available to them. That creates a clear separation between programs while still giving every school a path to grow over time. You can also earn dynasty points through season payouts tied to major accomplishment and postseason appearances, winning your conference, reaching the CFP, winning bowl games, and capturing a natty all provide additional dynasty points. That is a good deal. Certain athletic director expectations also carry dynasty point payouts, representing your athletic director rewarding you with hitting a critical program objective. If your school expects you to win a rivalry game, reach the playoff, control of recruiting territory, or meet another major priority, completing that goal can give you additional resources to reinvest back into your program. That's very cool. Dynasty points do not roll over from year to year, making your annual budget a use it or lose it resource. Your budget resource or refreshes end of season recap, and that refreshed amount becomes the pool of dynasty points you have available for the next year. Any payouts from the athletic director expectations or major season accomplishments are added during that refresh, so growing your budget over time comes from improving the My School grades that drive your baseline resources and completing your performance incentives that increase your yearly payout. Interesting. I really like that. As you can see, it can track all your different stuff right there. Managing your blueprint throughout the year. Here we go. Preseason. The preseason is where you set your foundations. Regular season. So it looks like you have like a meter that you can track from preseason to midseason, bowl season, off season. Here we go. Coaching staff. I think we learned pretty much everything about that in the opening drive. Same for support staff. They showed this exact screenshot in it. Decrease dynasty point costs of hiring other support staff. Reduce NIL expectations for players. So it looks like having support staffs help it make easier and less spending for your coach. I really like that. Coordinators remains one of the most important parts of your coaching staff. Retaining your staff, hiring coordinators, that's all really important. Man, look at all that. Resolving offers. Man, there's so much to read in here. Facilities. I don't mean to skip over some of this. I know so many of you are wanting to hear more about it. You can find this pretty easily to go read for yourself. I'm mainly looking for stuff that I find interesting. Here we go. Equipment. Well, that's not the equipment I thought it was going to be. My bad. NIL. Okay, this is important. I'll read this. NIL has completely changed the landscape of college football. It has reshaped how programs recruit high school prospects, how they attack the transfer portal, and how they retain the players already on their roster. Building a team is about fit, playing time, development, scheme, relationships, pipelines, strength of your school, blah, blah, blah. It says that they set to capture the reality through Dynasty Blueprint. Interesting. NIL expectations. Wow, look at that. So they're really going heavy with the NIL deal here. and it looks like you're getting hours back, but you're also getting these NIL points that you're able to spend. So recruiting is going to be a good bit different from last year. Beginning in week 0 is when you can offer scholarships, so it's no longer just preseason. Plan Bacon, you can offer your scholarship offer, and it shows them what their expected is, and you can also increase or decrease it. That's very important. Man, this is so cool. I can't wait to play this. Transfers is going to be important. Tracking recruiting NIL. Looking at your top recruiting classes, roster NIL, reallocating NIL. Your risk of leaving. Tracking roster. Wow, there's so much in here. Auto settings. Man, verbal commits was another thing that I'm really excited for because that wasn't really explored in 26. Same for flipping recruits. Recruit generation has been updated to create more dynamic and exciting incoming classes. Managing wear and tear. Weekly practice plans. I think they had that in Madden. This is important, being able to change your practices for your different players to kind of focus on their wear and tear. Practice results, increase composure and decrease composure. I like that. Coaching carousel, here we go. So I like the idea that you can throw your hat into the ring of what jobs that you want instead of just kind of being like offered a few jobs per year and most of them aren't even good. You can throw like, hey, I want to take this job. And I like that you can do that. Expressing interest. Yeah, that's the thing that I was just talking about. Let's see. That looks like they kept the same coach skill tree, but they added some new things. Here we go. Rainmaker. The second new archetype is Rainmaker, which is available to MVP Plus members. Increases recruiting influencer. So it's just a pay to win. This is what it's looking like. Increase the impact of NIL offers when reducing a player's rate. I don't know about that. Pre-order bonus, same as last year. Ability cost rebalancing. Coach mode. Here we go. Coach mode has been one of the most requested Dynasty editions from our core players, and we are excited to deliver a revamped experience in College Football 27. Coach mode gives you a new way to play from the sidelines. You call the plays, manage the situation, make pre-play adjustments, and put your players in the best position to succeed. Once the ball is snapped, it is on them to execute. As covered in the gameplay deep dive, it is a more strategic and immersive way to experience game day, where the result is driven by the roster you built, the scheme you installed, and the decisions you make. I don't think it's going to be imported draft classes, unfortunately, in college football at least, but in going into Madden, I don't think so. I think you'll have to just like download community-made ones. Auto QB, when enabled, commissioners can customize how coach mode is. Auto QB determines whether the quarterback is controlled by you or the CPU. Auto snap determines whether the offense snaps the ball automatically or if you manually snap it. Coach suggestions controls the play calling experience and whether coach suggestions are available. Pre-play cutoff determines how long you can make pre-play adjustments before communication is cut off. I absolutely love that. The pre-play cutoff is designed to mirror the real-world communication window between a coach and a quarterback. Once the play clock reaches 15 seconds, communication is cut off and your ability to make pre-play adjustments ends. Wow. That's really cool. There are also user-level settings that let each player customize their own coach mode experience. Pre-play audio provides an audio cue during the pre-play window, helping you track when communication is about to be cut off. Coach perspective camera gives you an immersive sideline or coach booth view from your coach's perspective and is defaulted on. You can switch between the sideline coach and the booth view cams by pressing up or down on the D-pad, while in the sideline camera, holding R2/RT snaps the camera behind the line of scrimmage in a more traditional coach cam view, giving you a better look at formations and defensive alignment before returning to the player sideline perspective. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. Holy cow, man. Like that. Coach mode is something that I used to play a lot as a little kid. And having it return is so important. So important. Delivering the world of college football, Heisman moment. Here we go. Few moments, the college football calendar are bigger than the Heisman Memorial Trophy. During Bowl Week 1, the Heisman Memorial ceremony will be automatically open, putting the spotlight on the four finalists. Each finalist will walk out into the stage and be introduced with their season stat line shown to tell the story of how they earned their seat in New York. Then the winner is announced, steps forward, and lifts the Heisman Memorial Trophy. It is a moment built to celebrate the player in the season behind them. Maybe he's your quarterback who carried a rebuild into the national conversation, or a running back. That's huge. Dynamic weather, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, dynamic time of day, allowing lighting to shift over the course of the game and change based on where you were in the calendar. A late afternoon in September does not look the same as a late afternoon in November, just like in the real world. Oh my gosh. This is huge. This is huge, chat. In College Football 27, they're bringing the same approach to weather. Weather is rarely static on Saturdays. A game may start under clear skies before a light rain moves in for a drive, or a heavier band of weather may roll through a few plays before clearing back up. Snow can move in and out throughout the game as well, accumulating on the field over time and creating a different feel as conditions shift. Dynamic weather is built to capture that natural movement where the conditions you start may not be the conditions you finish with. Man, that is a huge W. Put some W's in the chat for that. That is amazing. Time of year and region also plays a major role in the Southeast. Early season games can carry the threat of thunderstorms, where a storm may roll through quickly, bring a short stretch of heavy rain, and then give way to the clear skies again. In the Northwest, August and September may bring beautiful weather, clear conditions, but as the calendar moves into October and November, the chance of precipitation increases. Even if it does not rain for long, you may see a damper or foggier feel throughout the game as the season shifts. You will also have more information before kickoff from the Play Game button in the Dynasty Hub. You can view the weather report for your matchup, as we saw earlier, including temperature and the chance of precipitation. That gives you a better idea of what could be coming your way and how you may want to prepare. Wow, that is awesome. That is so huge. Sideline reporter Holly Rowe, confirmed for the game now, will also speak to weather patterns that are also expected to move through, as well as the conditions currently impacting the game. Whether rain is approaching, snow is falling, or the weather begins to shift mid-game, the broadcast will help bring that context into the experience. Dynamic weather pairs with dynamic time of play to make your every game feel more alive. The uncertainty of the condition adds another layer of authenticity to your Saturdays in Dynasty. College football history. This is really important. Dynasty stories are built on history. We know how much players care about tracking what happens across their dynasties, and we have seen the spreadsheets, history trackers, and record books the community has built to remember every great season, breakout player, title run, and what-if moments along the way. In College Football 27, they wanted to bring more of that directly into Dynasty. The goal is to make it look easier than to look back, relive the dynasties you've played, follow how the world of college football changes over the full 30 years of your dynasty. Within college football history, they've added a new feature called Season History, which gives you a year-by-year look at how every team finished each season. That's amazing. Season history includes historical data dating back to 1869 and will continue tracking throughout every season throughout your 30 years of your dynasty. Every season displays every team's final media ranking, overall record, conference record, final conference standing, conference championships, and bowl game results. Whether you want to revisit your first conference championship and see how a rival finished 5 years ago, or look back at the season that changed the direction of a program, that history is now preserved in one space. That's awesome. That is so cool. And I love that it's got the old logos in here too. You know, the fact that it doesn't have the Big East logo is proof that FCS will not be in the game, but we already knew that because I believe the Big East is an FCS conference now, but the Pac-10 logo, the old SEC logo, the old Big 12 logo, old Big 10 logo, that's huge. That is. And look at that. Mark Richt, Nick Saban, Pete Carroll, Bob Stoops, Jim Tressel, Kirk Ferentz, Bobby Bowden, your records, percentage, conference, like that's so cool. That's so important, guys. because I'm a huge history buff when it comes to college football, and I love to carry that over from season to season in the video games. And sometimes they didn't have these in the game, so I just write it down in a notepad or in a Google Doc or something, so I could remember it in the future to look back on. But now that they're having it here, it looks like we won't really need to be keeping a lot of that down ourselves. Says they've added new team historical stats spreadsheet of accessible from the stats and record tab at the top of the Dynasty Hub. It gives you a broader historical view of every program, including all-time wins, losses, playoff appearances, playoff wins, and national championship appearances and wins, etc. They've also added new historical data for every school, including total draft picks, total weeks ranked in the top 25 of the media poll, the top number of 25, top 10, top 5, and number 1 recruiting classes each program has signed. Together, season history and team historical stats give you more of a way to understand the story of your dynasty. You can track who dominated an era, which programs rose or fell, which became a recruiting powerhouse, and how the seasons you played fit into the larger history of college football. Here we go. The playoff continues to evolve in 27. They've updated Dynasty to reflect the latest 12-team format, of course. The ACC, Big 10, Big 12, and SEC will all receive automatic bids regardless of where they are ranked. The highest team ranked from the American, CUSA, MAC, Mountain West, Pac-12, or the Sun Belt will also receive an automatic bid. Notre Dame also automatically qualifies if it finishes in the top 12, blah, blah, blah. Just join a damn conference, Notre Dame. The top remaining spots will be filled based on the college football playoffs final rankings, with the 4 highest rated teams receiving first-round byes. First-round games will continue to be played on campus, giving higher-seeded teams the chance to host one of the biggest games of the season in front of their home crowd. It's the little things. Here we go. Not every dynasty improvement needs to be a headline feature to make a meaningful difference. The small touches matter, especially when they reduce friction, give you more control, or surface information faster. Here are a few of the smaller updates that they have made this year. Crowd theme selector. Before starting a game, you can now override and select an available crowd theme for that matchup, which options determined by the stadium you are playing in. Hallelujah. This is something that I've been wanting. I know this is something that you've been wanting, because it felt like if you're playing Penn State, your whiteout games would be very random. And being able to choose which whiteout games you can do is so, so important. Skill group subpanel. The players module now includes a skill group subpanel, allowing you to quickly view a player's current skill group levels, potential, and caps by flicking the right and stick left or right. Development traits in the roster. The roster spreadsheet now includes a column that displays every player's development trait for your team, making it easier to quickly see the potential of your players. Expanded player composure. They've added new composure triggers that can impact whether players start hot or cold, including hometown games, rivalries, Heisman candidates, first starts, primetime games, senior night, first home games, first road games, freshmen starting on the road, extreme weather, championship games, and players facing a former team. Oh my gosh. That's such a little addition that's so big. Like, it's the little things. And when you combine these little things together, you can make a really amazing video game, and that's what it's looking to be. New player awards. They've added the Paul Hornung Award for the most versatile player in college football, the William V. Campbell Award for the nation's top scholar athlete, along with the updated logic about how award winners are determined each season. Good. First column freezing. And Dynasty, they love a good spreadsheet. Now, when you're looking at the beautiful spreadsheets with amounts of statistical data, the first column will be frozen, allowing you to know what team or player each row is speaking to. Team Builder. This is huge. I've been waiting to get into this. Team Builder has always been giving you the tools to create your school stories and dynasty experience that matter most to you. Since its return, it's been incredible to see the programs players have built, the details they've poured into them, and the stories they've created around their teams. In College Football 27, they continue building on that foundation. Stadium Builder. Stadium Builder, ladies and gentlemen. This year, Team Builder introduces Stadium Builder, giving you the ability to build a custom home for your program. When selecting a stadium for your Team Builder team, you now have 2 options, existing or custom. If you choose existing, you can choose from the real stadiums available in their in-game teams, along with generic stadiums that they've offered in the past. This year, they've also added additional high school stadiums, giving you more options if you want to build a smaller program, recreate a Friday night feel, or start your dynasty from the ground up. If you choose custom, you can build your own stadium using one of the 4 base stadiums. These base ranges from a higher-end high school stadium to small and mid-sized stadiums that can fit a variety of team builder identities. Whether you're curating a high school, local powerhouse, or a smaller school trying to grow into something bigger, Stadium Builder gives you more flexibility to match the venue to the story you are telling. After selecting your base stadium, you can edit the structures around it. Available options depend on the base stadium you choose, but you can include the stadium backdrop, jumbotron, zone building, edge wall. Backdrops let you shape the world around your stadium with options like a city skyline or a mountain range. The jumbotron and end zone building options let you define the look of the stadiums itself, while edge wall customization gives you control over details like wall type, color, logos, textures, and recoloring. You can also customize your goalpost, which is available for both existing and custom stadiums. Stadium Builder supports both H-shaped and Y-shaped goalposts. You can adjust the goalpost color as well as the goalpost pad. The pad can be recolored and customized with your own uploaded logo, giving you another way to feel your Team Builder identity into the stadium. As you make changes, your stadium updates the 3D viewer on the right side of the screen. Just like uniform creation, you can move the camera, zoom in and out, and see how each piece comes together before finalizing your design. Wow. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Crowd customization. Let's see. Now, we had this in the last few years for Team Builder, choosing the colors of what your crowd wears. They've added custom stripe out logic, giving you control of whether crowd themes automatically appear in Dynasty and Road to Glory. You can choose the type of stripe outs you want, including solid color, checkerboard, vertical stripes, or horizontal stripes, then define the conditions that trigger it. These conditions can include like night games, top 25 matchups, rivalry games, or the first conference game of the season. You can combine multiple conditions into a single trigger, and every condition in that trigger must be true for the crowd theme to activate. For example, you could create a stripe out that only appears for a night rivalry game, or one that triggers when your Team Builder school hosts a top 25 conference matchup. You can create up to 5 total triggers, and if any of them is met, the stripe out will automatically appear when you load into the game. Crowd customization works with both custom and existing stadiums as long as the stadium supports the stripe out that you're trying to use. Man, I don't even know what to say. Like, this is so perfect. Create your soundscape. Here we go. Under the stadium and field section, Team Builder now includes a full audio suite that lets you create your own game day soundscape. You start by selecting a trigger, such as specific moment or event in game, then choose the audio you want to play when that moment happens. From there, you can build the soundscape on a timeline using multiple tracks, similar to music editing software. You can layer crowd chants, band rousers, sound effects, fight songs, and PA tracks together while customizing when each sound starts, how long the delay is, how the different pieces stack on top of one another, and give you the ability to create a stadium environment that feels unique to your school and reacts naturally to the biggest moments of your game. Oh my God. Over 150 commentary nicknames, 100 plus sound effects, 66 band rousers, 54 chants, 11 licensed PA tracks, and 7 generic fight songs. The audio system uses the same types of Brandon, that's so funny. The audio track uses same type of triggers that already exist in game, allowing your Team Builder team to respond to moments naturally. All you need to do is choose the moment, build the audio sequence and what you want to hear, and bring that atmosphere into your stadium. Oh my gosh. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. I'm speechless. My jaw's on the floor right now. Deeper Dynasty integration. They've expanded how Team Builder teams connect into Dynasty and Road to Glory, giving you more control over the history, geography, and identity of your created program. You can now set your Team Builder's school's historical records across the game, season, and career categories, whether it is the all-time career rushing yards leader, the single-season passing touchdown record holder, or the player of the most rushing touchdowns in a game. You can define that history your program brings with it ever before taking the field. So if you're using a player from like an old or not a player, a team from an old Team Builder dynasty, you can import those same records into 27 so you can try and rebeat them again. I like that. Location, whether in time of day, proximity to home, blah, blah, blah. Kind of just went over this earlier. Updating your team builder team. Your created school can now evolve throughout your dynasty. I got to take a sip of water. Hold on. At the end of each season, during the offseason, you'll see an action item to upgrade your team builder team. From there, you can select which imported team builder teams you want to update. This performs a full re-import from the latest version of the team from the team builder website. That means you can add new uniforms, improve your stadium, update your field, adjust your logos, or change your crowd stripe out logic as your program grows. Because this updates the full team builder team, make sure the website version is exactly how you want it before importing. Logos, uniforms, field, and stadiums will be updated to match the latest published version of that team. Road to Glory integration, Road to Glory High School, replace all 6 teams with Road to Glory teams. That's cool, but I'm still a little ticked off about the objectives part of Road to Glory. Post-game speech. This one was a big year for them. College Football 27 represents another major step in the vision. They started with 25, and they could not be more proud of what this team accomplished. What makes them most proud is the way the team came together. They had people who had been in this journey from the beginning, and they had new faces join along the way. They embraced the culture, expectations, the mindset, satisfy the core community because this is their game. That belief is not just something that we say. It shows up in the way that our team debates details, responds to feedback, studies how the dynasty's played, and keeps pushing to the experience deeper, more authentic, and more rewarding over time. It shows up in the headline features, the smaller quality of life improvements, and the countless decisions that players may not always see individually, but will feel across the course of a dynasty. We're incredibly proud to see what we built in College Football 27. Thank you for your passion, feedback, continued support. We will see you again soon. Holy cow. And this is just the Dynasty and Team Builder deep dive. What other deep dives do they have on here? Here we go. Gameplay deep dive. Oh my gosh, there's so many of these. I can't go through every single one of these tonight. There's so much. Dynasty, Road to Glory. Here we go. We'll go into the here. I'll read some of these. Yeah, I'm really excited for the Heisman ceremony. I'm not a big fan that they're locking some of those behind the paywall either. Capsulation for everyone's been asking for. Team Builder can be used offline. I hope so. Thank you for letting me know that, Doge Cheese. But here we go. Mascot Mashup is back. Look at that, man. That looks so cool. Man. Look at that right there. That's so cool. Man, mascot mashup. Every mascot is rated 99 overall. The results is an 11 on 11 football experience focused on quick fun, momentum swings, creativity, and school pride. Because every player is tuned to 99 overall. The mode is not about the roster gaps or ratings advantages. It's about execution, timing, play calling, stick skills, and making the most out of the chaos. Mascot adjacent sound effects, loud, light, cartoonish audio touches that keep experience fun without taking over the game. At launch, Mascot Mashup supports online, offline, and play a friend. Oh my gosh. Whether you want to play solo, matchmake online, sit next to someone on the couch, or set up a head-to-head game with a friend, the mode is built to support these social moments. Play a friend is especially exciting for us because Mascot Mashup naturally creates social moments. We want to see them. It is easy to imagine friends sitting up a rivalry night, trading wins, talking trash, and checking the trophy room after a big unlock. Man, starting mascots, there's 120. 75 additional to unlock. You start with some of them. From heads to hits and bigger chaos. Oh my god, the Syracuse orange. I can't wait to see that actually in play. Trick plays, big air, broken tackles. Look at that. Behind the back, aura farming mascot style. This is cool. You can see in your trophy room all the mascots that you've unlocked. It even gives you a little bit of history about them, too. That's really cool. I hope so, Doge Cheese. That would be absolutely amazing. I did not mean to knock that over. This is crazy. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. New progression-driven experience built for 27 system with trophy room integration. Online play, yes. Here's the mascots. 10 are unlocked from the start. James Madison, Bama, Oklahoma, Tulane, Miami, Texas Tech, Indiana, Georgia, Oregon, Ohio State. That's awesome. That is unbelievable. Having mascot mashup online is so important. Road to the College Football Playoff, mascot mashup. Where are you guys seeing this on? Here we go. PC deep dive. Man, I need to see all of these. So we got Ultimate Team deep dives, Road to Glory, Team Builder and Dynasty, PC, Sights and Sounds. This is important right here. Sights and Sounds. Man, oh my goodness, there's so many. So many things to go over today, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Beautiful screenshot of Bryant-Denny Stadium right there. New traditions, new mascots, new light shows, new drone shows, new chants, new rivalry trophies, atmosphere moments that better represent the schools. Look at that. That's so cool. I did like the anchor drop. That was so cool. I remember seeing this in the trailer. Boise State. Oh, shout out Fridge right here. The skulls. Vanderbilt guitar solo. This Missouri State belt. FIU's 305. That literally looks like a WWE 2K made belt. That's honestly, I'm going to say it. That's literally a rebranded 1990s until they rebrought it back in the 2010s Intercontinental title belt. That's really cool, though. What's up, MS Blank? Good to see you in the chat, buddy. Thank you for showing up, man. The Baylor line. Wow, look at all this. New chants. New mascots. Look at that for Indiana. Isn't that beautiful? UAB gets their mascot. Oh my God. Here is a picture of the main menu. That's interesting. I like that they have the Howard's Rock there. They got the little mini field with the mini helmets, a little blimp. Holy cow. Yeah, I saw Bordeaux was playing it earlier. I'll have to message him sometime tomorrow and see what he's up to and get some of his takes. Here we go. Headsets on coaches when they're standing on the sidelines. New coach models. Over 55 new run-out pyros. 32 schools have new run-out band tunnels. Run-out props. New crowd excitement animations. New crowd striped bibs and Tennessee checkerboard bibs. New cheer sideline animations. More band formations. Team-specific custom back plates. More crowd themes. New stadium beauty cameras. Having these little overall looking things is very cool because that's a very big thing for Tennessee. That Dan Lanning face looks very good. That they did a good job making his face in here. Rivalries are different. Yeah, we saw this picture. Not every game should carry the same energy. Rivalry games should feel heavier. The whole day should carry a little more tension. That was the mindset behind our rivalry enhancements in College Football 27. Never miss a moment in Road to Glory. Do we still have Stadium Pulse by Lowe's? Here we go. Some new stadiums, Northwestern and Gillette Stadium. The ones that are getting upgrades: Eastern Michigan, Missouri, Memphis, Boise State, Army, and more. The new Ryan Field. Oh, there's a video? Oh, it's just different screenshots in it. That's beautiful. Being able to have the new Ryan Field in the game, that's amazing. Ooh, so this is what the Heisman ceremony looks like right here. So the top 4 players. So this, for example, Trinidad Chambliss, Byron Brown, John Mateer, Damon Williams Jr. They're all quarterback, but that is because the Heisman is a quarterback award, it seems like nowadays. It shouldn't be. Quarterback isn't always the best player of the year. New gear. So they've got hanging mouthpieces, team logos on towels, smaller shoulder pads, new rolled up jerseys and undershirts, clear reflective visors, waist worn play call sheets, captain patches, broadcast packages. Here we go. To kick things off for this year, we built an all new broadcast package. The goal was simply not to refresh the look of the game. They wanted the presentation to do a better job carrying the energy and a story of a cultural Saturday, meaning new visual packaging, new ways to frame players and teams, and better support the moments that give that a game texture. You will see that this year, in a few new ways, we'll introduce new broadcast visuals, banners, and presentation elements, including new player action shots and coach information play call panels, improved story-driven overlays, including halftime around the century to third and fourth quarter transitions. New pacing and framing across game broadcasts, better support for an in-game context and narrative follow-up, more visual variety, and how key moments are presented. This is cool. This is amazing. And it's not just their players with their helmet on. It's like it's their entire like in-game model. Let's see. Drive starters that help set storylines to watch. There's comparing quarterbacks, running backs, or a wide receiver corner matchup. Picture-in-picture information panels that support commentary beats. Narrative callbacks later in the game. Halftime around the country updates and game day updates. That's exactly what we needed. Fourth quarter presentation moments to bring earlier storylines back into the focus. Here we go. This is exactly what we needed. This is exactly what we needed. Wow, it's enough to make a grown man cry, man. New voices. That's right. Holly Roble joined the sideline reporter. She'll talk about injuries, changing weather, and player performance. Joel Klatt joins the comment. That name sounds familiar. Where is he commenting at currently? He is on Fox. Interesting. So I'll have to go see what he is. I'm guessing he's going to be joining Chris Fowler. If you purchase the MVP subscription, do you keep the game forever once the subscription ends? Yes. So it's like if you buy the 150, you're going to keep it. You're still going to get it. But it's just basically like extra incentives to give you a reason to buy both games. I don't think a lot of people are actually going to do it. I think a lot of people are just going to get the normal MVP edition. You know, for Big Noon Saturday games, Colorado Buffaloes alum Joel Klatt. He'll join Chris Fowler in the booth to enhance playoff atmosphere like never before. Commentary that pays attention. A lot of commentary work this year comes down to one idea. The booth should feel more aware of what game you are in. Context-aware commentary, seasonal performance awareness, refresh team-specific banter storylines, follow-up references later in the game, tighter alignment between visuals and commentary, stronger player and team storylines. Dynamic weather is something we mentioned earlier. That's going to be very important. Dynamic rain and snow. Man, look at these screenshots. They're beautiful. Music. New 19 pop songs that were re-recorded they recorded in Nashville. These are all of them if you are interested in them. Sad but true, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Seven Nation Army, Swag Surfing, Sandstorm, Zombie Nation. That is amazing. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't want to tell you something and then be wrong, but personally, you're going to get more rewards basically for the same price no matter what. It's basically just like a yearly paid subscription service, paying the same price you would for both games to get extra stuff in hopes that you will do it again next year and the year after and the year after, rather than just spending $150 a year individually. Having it on a subscription-based service is going to be very interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. Crowd density, pleasure, and stadium energy is going to be very important. You know, changing the crowd pattern is going to be crazy cool. Visual feedbacks. Man, look at that. That's a beauty. An absolute beauty. My throat hurts. I've been talking nonstop for so long. Do you guys want me to read the PC deep dive and Road to Glory deep dive, or is that something you guys aren't really that interested in? Because if you guys want me to go over it, I will. But just want to hear from y'all. There's the gameplay deep dive. We already read on it. Skip back earlier in the live stream if you want to read about it, or you can just find the website. Road to Glory? All right, we'll talk about the Road to Glory one. So I'm going to skim through this pretty quickly, just because I'm tired and I got stuff to do personally. We'll end right here with Road to Glory. So we'll go over this and then we'll end the stream because I need to get this game. I need to try the beta with the MVP Plus. And then I'll let you guys know what I think about it later on. But, you know, we got the extra positions. I like the legend build idea. Like, that's so cool. Being able to do it individually like this to see is going to be so much nicer than seeing in College Football 26. You got your max potentials. Pause if you want to read into any of these because my throat is hurting, and if you can tell, my voice is starting to go out a little bit. But if you're interested in any of this, obviously, go ahead and pause and look up into it, or just find the website. Legend templates is another thing that I was really interested in. Yeah, Rob Gronkowski's there. Bennett, Shockey, Todd Heap, Ozzie Newsome, Vernon Davis. Not that many pre-built archetypes for tight end right there. You get cap breakers that can be your developmental ceiling, reaching your full potential. Coming out of high school, I think you're going to get like a max amount of stats and stuff. Mental abilities, that's something that was in the last year's game. Yeah, start with 3. Finalize your player. Gus Stonebreaker, tight end pure blocker. Your high school experience. Friday Night Lights, blah, blah, blah. Not happy with the objective-based high school. Building your tape. Expand team impacts. Highlight moments. Which is, I did not like that. Multiple objectives. Why? Why do you have this back? Nobody was asking for this. Recruiting and scholarship offers is very important. Man, look at all that. Signing day, coming into college. This is what the play screen looks like right here. Draft projection will be a thing. You can track your career with this screen right here, going up and down on a little graph like that. Legacy scores coming back. That's something that Bordeaux mentioned. Ah, that's cool. And you have to match their legacy score. Interesting. Weekly agenda and fitness is going to be an important part. Man, that's a lot of mental and physical archetypes that you can add onto your player. Scenarios and dilemmas. Quizzes. Decided to wing it, can take a risk. This is something I'm really excited for. Is your little classes and exams. Very, very realistic, right? Team drills. I heard they're adding like so many new practices. Position drills. Game day pre-play grading. That looks nice. Dynamic weather going into it. Position mechanics. Staying in the flow of the game. Commentary built around your journey. Commentary will speak more directly into your journey, performances, and memorable moments that shaped your path. I like that. That's something that's very important. Make it feel personal and more real. Progression with XP is going to be important as it was last year. I like that you can invest directly into throw power itself rather than just your passing stats. Going into it one by one is very important. Legacy score and max overall. Cap breakers, end of season coach meetings is going to be a thing. I like that. Coaches offering you different NIL packages if they want you to come to the school, but the transfer portal, you can look at all the teams that you might want to go to. From high school to the Hall of Fame. And that's one of the things I noticed in Madden was you could actually like make it to the Hall of Fame in a cutscene while it's or when it's over. But I hate to do this on you guys right this minute, but my throat is hurting and drier than the Sahara. But thank you to every single person who tuned into this live stream and who tuned into the VOD in the future. If you're still here and stuck around this whole time, many thanks. Goes out to all of you. So thank you guys for coming to this live stream. This is always my favorite one to do every year. This is going to be the biggest college football game of this era. A lot of new features coming, and I cannot wait to get into it next month with you guys. I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Oh, shout out. Hey, go subscribe to Wildlife with Dewey. That's my best friend right there. If you want to do your good friend Trasher a favor, go subscribe to my best friend Wildlife with Dewey. He's getting into uploading stuff about nature and birds and stuff. Really wholesome, amazing, great friend that I couldn't say enough about. But thank you all for tuning into my live stream. I love you all. I'll see you guys soon. Tomorrow we have my Indiana schedule predictions video uploading at 10 a.m. Central, so make sure you check that out. Tomorrow night we'll do another live stream, and then I'll do some videos talking more in depth about these deep dives this weekend. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning with the schedule prediction video.